Now we are.
Nice. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bards of New York, episode 6. As always, thank you guys for joining us. And before we start back into the campaign, we have a few announcements we want to hit. So, number one, for those of you who do not know, we have our website is live. It's bardsofny.com. If you want to go check it out, there's just some about the stream pages and just kind of some bios about all the bards. But the main thing is we have a for-hire DM service that myself or our DMs, the group of us, can start games. And if you want to always try out D&D or want to get a group together, or if we get enough people, we can create a group and start a game. Just you can go on there, read about it, find it out. You can shoot us a message, ask us any questions. And again, that is on bardsofny.com. Just a little self-promotion shout out. Also, if you haven't noticed, we do have a Streamlabs donation link. We are currently saving up for a few improvements we want to make to the stream. So if you guys are feeling generous and have the little extra liquidity with your monies,
That's what
a donation of anything would be really wonderful. It all goes to the stream for us to get minis or whatnot. So get better cameras, better mics, so on and so forth. Get set up for when we eventually can play in person. We have all these great ideas and plans. So if you're feeling generous and are a little froggy to give, the link is down in the About Us page on our Twitch About page, or you can find it through our link tree on any of our other platforms. And then finally, we have if you guys haven't yet and are part of Prime, please consider choosing us for your monthly free subscription. Again, that money goes to us to help improve the stream. We're saving up for some great ideas. It also is kind of a way to be like, hey, Jeff, I'm going to take some free money from you, which is kind of cool. And when I say Jeff, I'm talking about Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Barley.
Jeff Barley. Jeff Dunham, the famous ventriloquist comedian. You know, hate that guy. Actually, I don't know anything about Jeff Dunham. It's been a while. Yeah, I think, let me check my notes. That's it. Would anybody like to say anything?
Yes. For those of you in the chat that are so liking our new layout, big props to Hannah, because she is amazing and makes all our layouts. And this one is new and we like it too. And we're glad that all of you like it. So thank you for the love on that.
Peek at it right now. It does look really good.
It's very nice.
Hannah, way to go. Spicy. That looks so cute.
That's hot.
Way to go, Han.
Just like me.
Okay, cool.
Thank you,
so
gang.
let me get my new notes up. And since if that is the end of our announcements, without further ado, let's begin. So, as the camera pans back down towards our group of adventurers. What happened last is last episode, you guys located and infiltrated the Longhorn hideout nestled in a high-walled crevasse that they've seemingly mined out an entrance to an ancient tomb. After meeting the leader of the Longhorn gang, you then proceeded to just whoop his ass and defeat him. And then you decide to delve deeper into the tomb of Dinocrates, the last scion. Through the tomb, you make your way through the various rooms, fighting skeletons and solving some puzzles and some favorite monsters of your DM. Finally, you make it to the final room, where you see the tomb of Dinocrates, and you then decide to release him, revealing the tablet of the Valknut that you guys were looking for, but in the process, releasing his spiritual form, being able to take a corporeal stance once more. You then fought this form of Dinocrates, and defeating him he deemed you worthy and escaped. You then went to go work your way through, back up the tower, out of the tomb, into the main camp, and it was oddly quiet. And the last thing you noticed were piles of sand, dust, ash. You don't really know. Just scattering the camp. And that's where we pick up.
So we're still split up though.
Mhm.
Ryujin and Lilith, we're just leaving Bull's quarters.
Yep, you just
and
looted his closet.
And everyone else is ahead of us.
Mhm.
So we have not discovered the piles of dust.
Oh no,
yet.
you guys have not yet. Is the people who are
We
on
just think we're
swords.
rich.
Yeah.
Ember, you're disguised as Logan, right? Still?
I mean, if there's no one around, I might rob it. I don't know.
Okay.
Where?
There were definitely people here before, correct?
There were a lot of people here before.
Yes, there were a lot of people,
Sure.
and I'm.
Sometimes we can make mistakes and do wrong.
I
But
don't,
how? Not with this many people. You can't just see and then not see this many people.
this seems like the work of some magic.
Fair thought. Maybe we should wait for our sneaky fellows before venturing out.
Well, we should just go to where they were going to meet us at first. What if they aren't gone? What if they are just hiding?
Oh, do you mean Hugh or?
Yes.
I meant our Lilith and Ryujin.
Well, I know, but were they meeting us here?
I assume they would be coming this way. If we just go back through that door, we'll be upstairs from them and we can just shout. I'm sure they're still looting.
I don't want to shout.
I will.
We should move quickly.
I walk back to the door and say, whenever you're done, we are alone in this camp. I have fully destroyed all of the
You guys, as you guys are working your way up the stairs, you hear Ember's voice travel down to you.
Okay, that's odd. We're on our way. Come on, Ryujin.
Would we be yelling?
Oh shit.
hear me.
Okay, so you guys make your way up. You guys were yelling around. You don't really hear any movement except for your companions who are located in the kitchens, the same place that you snuck through earlier, Lilith.
It's really quiet.
Wait,
Yeah.
pause for a second, guys. Can y'all
Yeah.
hear me?
We can hear
You're
you
much
now.
better now.
Yeah.
You're a
We
little
can hear
low.
you.
You're fine. You're great now, buddy. You're good.
I don't understand what I was doing wrong.
You're good.
Well, you fixed it. You're a big boy who fixed it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So now you're all in the kitchen together again, and Ryujin and Lilith, you see these piles of material. And Lilith, I will say, since you've been in here before, and with your passive perception, it is the spots where people and the cook were standing or sitting.
Is there the spoon that the cook had? Where is it?
You make your way over to where the cook was, and you see a spoon lying on the sort of prep island that existed in this kitchen cavern, the mess.
And is there like a pile of dust right below it?
Mm-hmm.
Others, is it just Ryujin and I in this room, or are the others in here too now?
Everybody's in this room.
Yeah, we were
Ember,
all.
what did you do to these people?
I don't think we did.
I was joking. We walked upstairs and we found this. So I'm not sure what I did, but clearly I was amazed.
I think they all disappeared. Just poof.
What does it feel like to touch the sand, Ash?
You reach in and it there's no sort of effect that you feel. It is a very fine ash. When you push it, when your hand touches it, it almost just floats away.
So not like Dinocratis' remains that had like a tingle to them.
No. And just to describe this room again, it's a domed cavern. One side, the right side, has tables and chairs and benches, kind of the cafeteria sitting area, and then to the left is the prep kitchen and like the mess where the cook worked, and then the doors behind you, and then on the far side, which isn't super far away, is a kind of an opening with a tarp, it looks like a hide tarp, kind of covering the view to the outside. But it is kind of open air, as in there's no shut door to the outside. There's just a tarp.
And that is what we were kind of like peeking through.
Yeah, you peeked through and you saw the rest of the dust throughout.
Is there anything on the cafeteria tables? Like left, like not food or plates, but like items left over.
You see plates and food as you guys look, and with your passives, just as a group, you don't see any. At least, it's seemingly the individuals who are dusted. Their clothing and items aren't there. They were completely dusted.
Did we do this? Oh.
Do you think that maybe because of killing the scary mummy, we did this?
I mean, it very well could be a result of what happened in the tomb, but I wouldn't say that we have blame.
I'd say our best way to find out is to check on Hugh and Kara.
Maybe.
Yes, I hope.
Maybe there's a threshold for this, and the people who are up on the cliffs are still alive. We should probably be careful, just in case.
What if it's everyone
Right.
but us?
You mean us being
Everyone.
less?
I mean, everyone in the
Beings
world but
alive?
us. I mean, we're the only beings left alive anymore.
No.
You don't know that.
What were you going to say, Ryujin?
I just can't believe that, that's all.
Is there
The
a
only way we're
chance
going-
that we were deemed... It called us worthy at the end, didn't it?
And we might be the only worthy people. in the
I
world.
wouldn't get that big of a head on your shoulders.
I'm not
but-
getting a big head. I'm just thinking.
The only way we're going to find out any of this is if we walk out that window.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to
Or
find...
we can just hang out here and stay here till the rations all deplete and then slowly die together.
Well,
As fun as that sounds, I think we should go.
Pretty dark.
yeah.
It was a... Sorry.
It would not get you that. We can hunt. There are ways you can find animals in the wild to survive. There are no reasons for you to go starving.
I don't think
There
he
we
was
go.
being serious, Kallias, but
Your point was excellent, though.
I will say, Ember, with your investigation, your passive investigation, you see in the kitchen area this baby keg looking item that has all these stoppers on it, and it that's one thing that has dust on it. However, it is not dusted.
May I investigate it?
Yeah. You check it out. It is this kind of like a 5-gallon keg.
Okay.
And it has all these different stoppers, and the wood lining or siding of it, each one has these different runes carved into them and have like slightly different coloration. But they all have these little stoppers and like I guess you can call them bungs, because that's the proper term for it.
Like a bunghole?
It is.
Yeah, a bung hole is a hole in a barrel is called a bung. Like a that's a bung hole. The bung is the cork
Thing that-
thing that
Right.
you shove in.
So
The more
so
you know.
there's it's a small barrel, but instead of like one cork like a cartoon barrel, it's a bunch of corks. Right.
Would you call it a cork city?
And I can give you the color. I can give you the colors if you really want.
I pick one at random and I unplug it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
If it's a bomb, then it's a bomb.
then we're dead.
If it's a bomb, we're a bomb. It's a bomb.
I
Can you roll me a D10?
I can. Absolutely.
Is it a bomb?
4.
Beep, beep. I'm kidding. Okay, you pull out this. It's kind of a goldish, yellowish bung.
Hey now.
Just use something else. Just use something else.
Yeah.
Plug.
You pull out the stopper, and this golden,
Wait.
thick.
Oh, hold on.
Pause.
Hold on.
Oh,
Where did
We
Drew
lost-
go?
We lost the ranger.
Drew,
Oh, he's back.
Drew.
Okay. Well, now I gotta flip people around. So give me a
All
minute.
right.
No worries.
Drew,
no
are
worries.
you okay?
You okay, buddy?
I have no idea what happened.
You're good.
Everything froze, and then Zoom disappeared.
Oh, whoa.
And I was like,
Jeez.
You were sent to
and
the
then it
shadow
came
realm.
back. I did.
No worries.
That was.
You're
The
good.
joys of playing D&D online.
People at home, you're getting like this is what it is playing online. Resume.
Imagine if that happened in person. Somebody just kind of like blinked out of existence for a moment.
Dusted.
Now that would be interesting.
Drew was dusted. Oh my
I think more
gosh.
people would play D&D.
Reasons for that. They're studying that over at like CERN, the Hadron Collider and such. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Okay. So Ember, as you pull out the stopper, this golden liquid starts to pour out slowly, thick.
Like molasses.
Touch my finger to
It's
it.
it's this sticky substance.
Is it honey?
Is it?
I
You
touch
taste
to my
it.
tongue.
It's very sweet, and you discern it is honey. And
All right then. I
like
plug it.
bacon.
I plug it back up.
okay, yeah, you plug it back in.
Seems harmless enough. I don't know. Looks expensive.
It wasn't dusted. Maybe we should take it with us just in case.
Absolutely. I put it in my bag.
You have a magic barrel.
Magic barrel.
Magic
Yeah.
barrel?
Until you learn out what it actually is, just call it a magic
Magic
barrel.
barrel.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna not and then just kind of just open them at random. Clearly, I don't
Yeah.
have to attune to it, so I'll just figure it
Yeah.
out.
And if you want to take a note, the golden bung is honey. If you just want to keep your notes. You know when you have a really sticky bung?
I'm gonna need you to not have as much enjoyment out of
so
this as you
that's
are.
the campaign, folks.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you. For
Thank you
following
so
us
much
on
for
this long
following
journey.
us.
I think that joke.
Madagascar.com.
I think that's the campaign joke happens every episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of us is bound to say something that is just like enough. You know.
Well, here we are. Okay. Yeah, you also with the passage, you guys are kind of looking around this kitchen area just to give you there is stuff there. There's this like kind of a small wooden like shallow box of spices, just a various in little canvas bags, just a bunch of spices. And they seem nice. Maybe you can sell them for a pretty penny. So if anybody wants to take that, it exists.
Ryujin and I found 500 pieces. We don't trouble ourselves with these ground up flowers. Let's find out if we just killed everyone in the world.
Can we
Oh,
maybe not
I agree.
right now?
I take the spice.
Okay, cool. So you guys,
I'll write that down.
you push out into the main camp. What you first notice, there is it's kind of this lower opening with the spires and cliffs that you guys walked across the bridges above you. There is little piles of dust everywhere, or ash, more accurately. There's a couple tents where you see, it looks like just like a table, a couple bedrolls, nothing like it, just kind of like thrown together down here. A couple fire pits that have been created. In the center of the area, there is a small crater that exists, and it's a decent ways away. So yeah, if you want to go check it out, you have to go investigate it. But you see a small crater that was not there before. I will make that. And then there's another cave entrance, kind of on the opposite side of these two cave walls. It is much larger than the kitchen and more open, and there seems to be a lot of machinery parts, and you see a couple other like piles of dust and ash, and it seems to be some sort of a workshop that has also been embedded into the side of the cliff. The last thing you do notice is above you, where it was about midday as you guys got in. And so it's probably just after. Actually, no, it was like morning you guys got in, so it's actually just about midday, maybe a little after right now. It was clear, not a cloud in the sky. Now it is overcast and relatively dark. Not dark like you know, like when like clouds come in and block the sun, how dark it gets. It's not like pitch black, but the weather has seemingly changed.
Kallias.
Yes?
Sorry.
No, what is it?
I was going to say you are. I believe you have the ability to message. If you would like to start trying to get in contact with Hugh, possibly.
Yes, I can try this. Going to have to point in sort of random directions, but I'm sure I will land on them eventually.
You have time.
Before that, I would love. Is there the sound of any wildlife about? Can I hear like distant birds, animal cry in the distance? Like, is there sound of life, natural life around here?
Roll me a perception check, please.
As a hunter, could I perhaps impose advantage on this?
Not in this situation, especially since you're in the desert, which is not really your home territory.
If you let me know you're doing it, I have advantage on hearing.
Because you're a cat.
Do I?
That's very funny.
No.
That would be a 15 on perception.
15.
50.
That'd be a 50, the highest roll
Just
of
let my
all
brain-
time.
I went. Huh? What?
I hear feelings. With the 15, you take a moment, and the first you hear is a wind kind of blowing over the cliffs. But after a moment, you see a bird fly above, and maybe there's along the cliffs you see like a lizard kind of scramble into a little hole. So definitely there's wildlife around, but they're not. It's hard to hear them, but you see some signs of wildlife.
With that, I will just take a breath and let my shoulders drop and start pointing in directions where I think Hugh should be.
Okay.
Just repeat until I get some kind of response, repeatedly saying the message. Hugh, come to Longhorn Camp. Empty.
So, I will reach my hand up and I will just fire an Eldritch Blast directly into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. I'm sorry, I have ice in my mouth. That was a dumb
Take
idea.
your time.
buddy.
It's fine.
Don't eat ice when you're on stream. Jeez.
Immature.
Yeah. You. So first, Kallias, what's the range on message?
Not that far.
My guess is 120 feet or 60.
It's it's 120 actually.
120.
Could I roar?
Yeah.
Making sounds now.
You could. Yeah. You. Yes.
Okay. What would
Yes, and.
what would I roll to that? A roar check?
Or
Yeah.
roll.
Let's make it like a charisma base. Or okay, well
maybe Constitution.
Let's do it like
Yeah,
Constitution.
It's from the say
the
it with
gut.
your chest.
pew, pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew. Way to go. Done.
A Constitution, just normal check. Okay, great.
Yeah, just straight check.
Well, that's great because it's a +4 or -2. So, oh, that's a 15. Not bad.
15.
Not bad.
Oh.
Okay, Kallias.
We all jump. We all jump in fear as he says.
Wait, before I do it, I say, this might be loud.
Mm.
Okay,
Did I retcon that a little bit? Sorry.
No, I love. No, that's great. I love it. It's fine. So Kallias, you keep pointing. There's no answer. You guys do know that they were hanging out. They did not pass the fishing hut that you guys passed earlier, and that is about a just under an hour hike down. So they're a good ways away. They're like a few miles.
I thought they were gonna. Okay.
I thought they were ready to help.
They were going to if trouble arose, and as of now, they have not shown up. So they may be on their way from stuff that happened, but or they're dust.
They were ready, but an hour away.
Was that?
Yeah, ready, but an hour away.
You know,
That's not helpful at all.
Assholes.
or it's just Woody's blame. You know.
I thought you said leave at 7.
Oh, dang it! It's like communication is important.
Let's go check out that crater.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it currently like smoking, or is it?
Not really. There's some sand from the wind that's been kind of kicked into it, so it's kind of the charred bits of sand and rock are kind of mixed in with the non-charred stuff. As you guys get up, you're not gonna have to roll for this, but there is a bit of glass, this hunk of glass in the center of it, and it is this sort of greenish tint. But it has it's this kind of almost like an arc that's coming out of the sand and has little branches coming off of it.
Branches.
Yeah, so it's like this glass, this green glass object kind of is stuck in the ground and it arcs out, and off of this arc there's just like little, almost looking like tree branches, but more squiggly and at angles, like coming off the sides of it.
Like still in the ground or like out?
Is this?
When you say tree branches, do you mean it's in the ground, or do you mean
they
it's
just
like...
go out? It's like it just kind of went. It grew hair, but instead of hair, it's little glass tendrils.
Okay.
Is this similar to what I saw in this seraphic tear?
Yes.
Oh.
The phenomenon is
Phenomenon.
The phenomenon is the stuff in seraphic tear was either black or a deep purple. This is green, but it is what happens when lightning strikes sand.
Oh, like the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
What?
Starring Reese Witherspoon. Sorry. Somebody watching knows, and I want you to know, wherever you are, whenever you're watching, thank you.
So it's not too big. It's about a foot long, and has a sort of upside down umbrella effect in the sand. So it is definitely like you can pick it up and carry it. It is a hefty piece of glass though.
Does anyone want to go and touch it?
I will go and touch it. Wait.
No.
Wait, I won't do it. I will ask first. Hello. Can I go touch it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, wait.
Wait, I've been told I can.
I can touch it while not touching it.
Ooh,
I think.
Okay, you do that.
And then we will not have to.
What does that mean? That's a little scary.
I'm just going to reach out towards the glass thing And I'm going to use magic to reach further than my hand and cast Mage Hand to do so.
Yeah. The spectral hand appears. Does your mage hand take shape of anything in particular?
I mean, we had kind of said last time that it's sort of like, it's not snakes, but it's not snakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's made up of a bunch of different smaller things, and it moves like that.
Okay, I love it. So it grasps the glass, and you see the mage hand touch it, and the mage hand stays. Doesn't do anything. I believe mage hand can only lift 5 pounds of material.
If I can, I'm going to try and sort of deftly reach and snap one of the branches off of it.
Yeah.
Try and bring it back.
There's rather a thin one, just about like I said, a mini candy cane size, brings it to you.
Oh, tasty. Does it, as it's coming closer, does it exude any heat or energy or anything? Or is it just...
There is definite heat to it, but it quickly, as it hits your hand, it quickly cools. And it's not like there's a arcane sense coming from this, but it is definitely, there is a sort of to touch, it's almost uncomfortable is a strong word, but maybe a little irritating to your hand. If you were to hold, like, you kind of get a sense of, if you hold this for a long time, it would probably irritate your hand.
I really want to go and touch it.
I will go touch it.
Okay. You guys touch the glass. It is not gonna burn you, but it is hot to the touch. It's kind of a warm, and you kind of touch it, and the main column doesn't seem to be cooling down that much. It's not, it's hot, but it's not like gonna melt. Like it's hot, but it's not gonna kill you.
This is very odd.
Has anyone ever seen anything like this before?
No.
I've seen something similar to this, but it wasn't the exact same.
I believe the color would be the most odd thing in my mind. I'm slightly aware of the fact that it's a natural phenomenon, but considering what we're seeing around the camp, it's possible that it's not natural. Right?
Where did the storm come from?
So you look at the clouds as you guys look at them a little bit closer now. They are not. It's not raining. It's the humidity it's still dry as hell because you're in the desert. There's just overcast above you. These kind of dark clouds.
Would I know of any spells that could do this?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Happily.
It is my forte.
That's also a 15.
15? All right. With that 15, you've heard of magic, and some of the people you've known in your past have boasted that they can create magical effects that are akin to this, but it seems pretty big to be magic, or to be created by a spell of like somebody in the area.
I think, unless anybody has anything else they want to investigate, we should go back to Hugh and Cora, because I just feel like they're more knowledgeable about this area in general, and maybe this is more normal
We could
than
also
we think.
We could check out the workshop back there. Could have useful things at the very least, and at the most it could have information.
Right.
Okay. First things first, as you guys make your way towards the workshop, I need Ryujin, roll me a survival check, please.
Oh. What?
That is 18.
Okay. This is because he's a ranger. You notice a set of very large tracks, and when I say tracks, I mean it literally. Think of it like a snowcat or something, like large sort of or a tank tracks in our real world equivalent that lead out of the workshop and away.
Oh, like treads,
Like
not
a
like
sleigh, like a sleigh.
not like a
It's
creature.
Santa.
It is, but it isn't like one group. It's very much machinery. It's a machine. It's not a. But yes, very similar to that. It is something had pulled out of the workshop and left relatively recently.
The workshop.
The workshop, yes.
Santa's sleigh.
Yep, Santa's sleigh.
Leonidas just goes, "We're dealing with Santa." No.
The Longhorn gang. It's been in front of us the entire time.
I
It's been
know him
reindeers. That's the
There were.
Ah, wow.
right in front of us, guys. Right in front of us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. As you guys enter the workshop, to your left, you see a large work table with tools and a bunch of stuff just kind of thrown around. As you go scan to the right of the room, you first then see this pile of scrap. It's just some projects that were stopped. It's just kind of a mix. You continue over, you see this sort of flat object that's leaning up against the wall. And it has this sort of membrane appendage to it. Leonidas, you would recognize it as those sand surfers from your one-off.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And then to the right side, kind of tucked in back corner, there is a large vault door that is cracked open.
Wait. I know what those are. They're not good. Bad people ride them. When I was with Hugh, when I first met Hugh, I traveled back to Camden Mesa, and we were attacked by people on those. Now, granted, actually, now that I think about it, anyone could have them, so it doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad, but I associate them with being bad. They look very similar. Also, the vault's open.
I definitely think that we could give this whole place a once over, but that looks important. Possibly it might be empty before it is open, and maybe they cut and ran, but we should absolutely go check that.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
The vault, I mean, not the soundboard.
Right.
I'll go. Can I go check the soundboard?
Let's do the vault first. So you guys enter the vault. It's relatively empty as you pull it open. You see there's dust that's settled, and it looks like there used to be a very large chest that sat there, and it is no longer there. However, there's a few things in here. It's just scattered about. There are some bars of precious metal, specifically 6 silver bars. They're 5 pounds each, and then
Jesus,
and then 2 gold bars, 5 pounds each.
We just get richer by the day.
we should call ourselves the rich friends.
And
Is it
then-
quite? Do we have the ability to carry things without having weight be a problem? We don't have a bag of holding, do we?
No, not yet.
Got it. Okay. Yikes.
And then one last thing is this, very similar to the spice chest, but larger. It looks about, if the spice chest was a fourth of it, this one is like 4 cells. And it is closed with a latch.
Closed with the latch and locked.
No, doesn't seem to be any lock or locking mechanism on it.
I open it.
Okay, you open it, and this first thing that hits your nose is kind of just a lot of pungence. There is in one of this. There's 4 cells, all filled with different stuff. Number 1 is this kind of like a iridescent, grayish oil that's just kind of just sitting there. It's thick enough to where it doesn't like splash around, but it's just nicely placed in there and almost like a ceramic lining of this section. The next one is this kind of greenish powder, and it's it has kind of a very acidic smell to it. There's a purple powder, kind of opposite to it, and it is this vibrant purple, kind of like the purple potatoes, like that kind of like deep purple, very much like that. And then in the last one, and you would recognize this, is hash.
Like hash browns?
No, as in like weed.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh.
the good. The oregano.
That shows how much Dan Krackhardt knows about weed.
Yes, Ryujin?
I was just gonna say, let's hotbox this vault.
Nice. Nice.
Ryujin slams the vault door shut.
He comes in and is like, "What happened outside?" And we're all just like, "It's fine, man.
Good.
It's good. It's good.
We're good."
Oh shit! That is when I decided to give you this. It's not the first thing I thought you would say, but it should have been.
Should have been.
So is it all drugs? Is the question that I have.
Roll me.
A drug check.
This is gonna be history. I'm gonna say.
I definitely think that Ember has done a fair amount
Yeah, but you're not
of
wrong.
druggery. Gregory.
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 10.
Gregory.
And
Yeah, you are able to kind of tell that they are all drugs. The one that you so there's the hash, which is weed, or oregano. I don't know if I'm gonna say weed on Twitch. I don't know.
Too late now.
Too late now. Oh well. The hash.
we'll just edit it out.
But then you recognize one. It's called Snectar. That is the street term for it. It's S nectar. The people call it Snectar. It is a
What color is
psychedelic.
that?
That is the very thick oil,
Ooh.
and you know that it is ingested, and it is a psychedelic. It is made mostly from the rare flower that only grows in deep forests called seal oro, which is this small little white flower that can be used in a lot of medicines, but also some individuals figured out how to make it a drug.
Everyone, I'm going to put this in my bag, but it is definitely a group item, and I'm very excited to share it.
I don't.
And then I put it in my bag.
Okay, cool. So you have the drug box basically.
Do you think that whatever was in that big box that used to be right there where that outline is, do you think whoever took it also dusted everyone?
What?
That's an interesting thought.
Somebody
So-
left.
No, you may go.
I just somebody left, and they wanted to leave and not be stopped. And we could either wait for help or follow them while they are close.
That is a fair point. We can follow those tracks.
I say we follow the tracks. Yeah.
I'm quite curious to see what happened to these people, and I feel like the answers are where the tracks lead.
I will just say
I feel
that they are not, and if they are the people that I think they are, They are not nice people. Granted. Who's to say what nice is, and you know.
Right.
Yes.
If Hugh comes here, he'll probably just do something. We don't exactly. We'll keep shouting or trying to get his attention, but I think that the most pertinent thing would be to follow the tracks if everyone else agrees.
Could we use the thing, Leonidas? Could we use it to travel, or is it not for this kind of terrain?
No, we could use it. It's for the sand, and we're near the sand.
How large is it?
It can fit 2 people. It's about 10 feet long. The membrane is a sort of sail that is used. So it's not necessarily you put it on sand and go. It's more of you need the correct wind conditions to use it, which out in the desert it's very common to have that kind of wind. In a gorge like you guys are here, you would need the proper conditions. I mean, you could go if it's downhill, but
are we heading downhill?
Yes, you would technically be heading downhill.
Could we all just like cram in there?
Nope, not with all 5 of you.
That's fair. I'm large.
So 2 of you could fit on it at once.
Let's just start hoofing it then.
What?
Let's go on foot.
Legging it, as they used to say where I'm from.
Legging. Indeed.
The sand surfer is relatively light. So is somebody taking that?
Is it
It's
fold
not my
up?
style.
Does it fold up?
The membrane, the sail folds down to where it's just about I would say like 8 feet. Like it's like a light surfboard.
Could I like strap it to my back?
Yeah.
Just don't turn side to side quickly.
Yeah.
If we go through doors, you're gonna have a big old problem.
That'll be fun.
There's actually like a small, almost like handle mechanism on the side.
Kayak.
You know how kayaks have the little handle right there?
Yeah, but I was hoping to.
I mean, like
it's a
it's a windsurfing board, but yield.
Okay, I'd like to try and put it on my back.
All right. I'm gonna say it's you kind of like take like there's a couple bit of rope kind of lying around the workshop, but you're able to strap it in to where it's just kind of diagonal across your back.
Outstanding.
Yeah, if the wind picks up,
I'll fly.
Before we leave, I do want to do a quick once over of the workshop just to see if there's anything else besides. If there's more drugs, I would very much like them.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check, and if anybody else wants to just do a once over of the camp, before you head out, that's also I will allow that.
Can I roll an investigation for the workshop too?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. 21.
21. Okay.
21.
The Drew.
17.
17. Okay. The 2 of you together find this little, it's like a little prod, handheld, no longer than a dagger, and at the end it's just a little fork, and there's a little button on it, and when you click it, it goes, and you see a little arc of energy at the fork.
Weird.
What?
It looks like electricity.
Roll me intelligence saves, the 2 of you who found this.
Oh.
14.
14?
21.
21. All right, so you switched. You guys have seen these. A lot of tinkerers and inventors will use this item. It is when it comes to like building stuff, it's kind of like a welder, like a very small welder to connect metallic materials. However, it does have a use other than that, and it can be used to tase people. It takes a round. It does a 1d6 electricity damage, and it takes an action to charge. Or no, it takes a bonus action to charge, and then it's like a little bing, like almost like a defibrillator, and it hits them.
I vote we give it to Kallias.
But it's a little electro stick.
I think that would be
Either
fun.
that or a sneaky
Ooh, that's
one of
true
us
as well.
that can sneak
Yeah.
up behind
Maybe.
someone and
Maybe
Like a
zip
rogue.
zap
zip
like
zap,
a rogue.
paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
So it's just a little handheld
I
taser.
understand you.
If Kallias doesn't want it, Ryujin or I will take it.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Either one to
Oh.
test this out. Happily.
You want it?
I will happily take it.
Could
It's
you
rather
Good.
intriguing.
could you use it to cast things through it?
I do not know. We just found it.
Well, that's
do you
fair.
know?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. I don't cast things. I hit things.
We should probably head out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I
We're gonna
will-
have this conversation on the road. Let's go.
You start walking and talking. You guys leave the camp behind you, or the compound, more so. All right. So you head down the trail. As you make your way wound, make your way
Wound.
down.
Make my
Following the-
run.
Making my way wound town. Following the stream, you get to the place where there's that small lake, and you see on the kind of the closer end the hut of the orc who was there, and you see 3 individuals at this hut.
These are we're following the tracks, and this is where the tracks have
Yep, the
led.
tracks is there's only one way out of this compound, and it's past the fisherman, who was the disguised longhorn, basically like a forward scout if anybody was coming up.
Do we notice what the people look like at the
From a
cabin?
distance, it looks like Oya, Cora, and Hugh, who are kind of on the front porch, and they are not dust.
And the tracks are not
They-
cold.
Yeah, so this is where the River Maha kind of the stream feeds into the River Maha. The tracks themselves, if you were to take turn west deeper into the gorges, that would end up, you would assume, feeding you into the Gleaming Waste, which is the desert to the west. You guys came from the east, which is where Camden Mesa is. And as you guys come down, you can kind of, the tracks are big, like they're a good meter, like between half a meter and a meter wide. And they easy to see. You see them turn west and head deeper into the gorges.
I was worried for a second that you were going to tell me that we were following a duck boat.
You just see a little boat.
Let me
floating.
out of game. Let me tell you, the amount of duck boats I've been on are too many. I've been on a lot of. There are so many duck tours that I've been on with the boat that's the car that drives along and then it gets into the water. I've been on so many.
You know, I've known you for a long time, and I didn't know that about you. Like, I genuinely, this is the first time hearing about it.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, they're huge in Boston, and so I've been in a bunch of Boston, and then
He said it correctly.
Boston, and then
Boston?
I have to give up at a certain point. That I just can't fight this fight anymore. Okay.
Anyway, I'm a big fan of them.
D&D.
I think they
Yeah,
they give real.
No duck boat in sight, but knowing that it should be that's now going to be a thing in this campaign at some point, there will be a duck boat tour.
Great.
Depending on what city you go to. Okay, so you guys see Hugh, Cora, and they actually Oya was standing watch, and she sees you first, and she waves at you to come on over.
Okay.
You approach. They are on the porch, and you see the door to this small cabin is open, and you see the fisherman, the orc, tied up and gagged, just kind of sitting in the corner. And Hugh kind of sees you all. Says, "Oh, thank God you're all right. We heard a slight commotion and made our way up, and then ran into this fellow. So, are you all right? Was it success or?"
First of all, thank God you're all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, there's more people.
I'm sorry. I'm confused.
You weren't turned to ash.
Excuse me?
Did you see anything from far away, like anything drop in to where we were, or
Lightning striking.
Actually, yes. That's what the commotion. Well, first we saw the where's my notes? The Longhorn desert buggy. That's not the name of it, but I can't find my notes where I wrote it.
a threatening name? Desert buggy.
Desert buggy.
Oh, they call them sand rigs. They're called sand rigs. We saw the sand rig tear out, and we assumed that was something. And then rather shortly after that, there was a sort of shockwave that seemed to have emanated from the compound itself, and then the clouds moved in, and there was a rather ominous lightning strike, and then we started to move, ran into this fellow, and motions towards the orc, and that's gagged, and he's passed out as well. And but then it was quiet, so we were hoping everything was okay. We kind of wanted to see what was going to happen before we trudged up.
If I may ask, the demeanor of the sand buggy drivers, were they seemingly going about the business, or were they doing it as if they were running?
And was it a red-headed elf?
As if they knew something was about to happen.
You look sort of, Cora, you have better eyesight than I do. Cora goes, yeah, I saw, there was a redhead. I don't know if it was an elf or anything, but they weren't necessarily seemingly erratically driving. They were just, those things move pretty fast, but maybe to tell what their demeanor of rushing out, they were quite a ways, but I did see that red hair, yeah.
Did you happen to get any information from the fishermen that you have tied up before you knocked them out?
No. Mostly he kind of recognized who we were, and we had to act quickly. Didn't want to get too final with our attack, so we subdued him. Oya took a good hit, and you see Oya, who has a little bandaged her arm, seemingly from that crossbow that he had, or he had a crossbow and the rifle, I believe. Yes, and then Hugh continues after the shockwave. These dark clouds came in, and then seemingly a large bang, and then it was quiet.
That would be why everyone disintegrated.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you mean disintegrated?
Well, we
Dust.
I will switch into common as best I can. People not there. Became small.
Said it better myself.
And I'll switch into draconic.
Mm-hmm.
You see Hugh and Cora kind of exchange a look, both concerned. All right, well, did you retrieve the tablet, or what was it?
Pat it on my hip.
Excellent. Well, This is concerning, but I don't think we can do anything about it here. So wait, just to be clear, you, how did you retreat? Was it did they have it, or was it? No.
There was a whole temple underneath their compounds, dedicated to one of the heirs of this king you are looking to disturb.
Who is Mobio?
Mobio. Well, where did you hear that?
All over.
We just read it down there in the hideout.
You see Hugh kind of like he's like thinking for a second, and then Cora and Oya exchange a small look. Not necessarily a knowing look, but they're just kind of like, what the fuck? But then Cora's like, Mobio or Mobiux, potato, depending on what region you're from, is a myth. They say it was what existed before the times of chaos, and when the heirs are descendants of Mobio, and Mobio was apparently this massive city that's floating in the sky and had access to unknown magic. But it's a bedtime story. It's
No. It seems people where you are from are so quick to judge these things as stories, and they are never just stories. It said very clearly that those unworthy would feel Mobio's wrath, and before the bearer of this tablet met their end, they proclaimed us as worthy ourselves. And something from the sky reduced the rest of these people to dust. So I would suggest you think very lightly before you call these stories again.
Yes. Also, what is a bedtime story?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Is
How
your
are you?
childhood like?
Were you ever a child?
There's a lot to
Yes.
unpack, but we don't have time right now.
That'll be later when we do the hash.
I apologize, Kallias, if I hadn't been completely truthful with what I knew. I only have known the five of you for so long, and I have been burned before, and I don't trust very quick.
Right. So because of that, you send in a group of people without the full amount of information and expect us not to die.
Putting us in more danger that way too.
Yes, I understand. You all make very good points.
I don't appreciate that, Hugh. I thought you were my friend.
I feel like there's a big confession coming here, so let's hear Hugh.
Cora, you see her just like she's trying to like put words together. She usually keeps up this very don't fuck with me demeanor and intense, but now it's a little confused and lost. And Hugh steps in and he looks over at the orc who's asleep and just like reaches over and closes the door. My sister has a unique condition. She, ever since she was a child, she got these glimpses, these premonitions. And well, one premonition that stuck with her was of this We don't know. Is it ancient? Is it from the past? Is it from the future? It's relatively unsure. But this city floating in the sky, and she'd also get premonitions of what the weather was going to be like a month from now, and this made our parents want to make the best of this situation. However, these visions did come at a cost, and over the years, Cora has changed. She has gone through many, what's the word? A metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Yes?
Metamorphoses.
Metamorphi.
Yes.
No.
And this, what we first thought was a blessing, has slowly worked its way into more of a curse. It is slowly killing her. She seems to never age, but her soul seems to be aging faster than it's hard to explain. Her body is staying the same, but her spirit is dwindling. And that's why I went to the Gilded Citadel to research, to learn. I learned about this ancient fairy tale, this flying city that had power over the most base structures of nature. And from the dreams and premonitions that Cora had as a child, it seems that this flying city and Cora, condition, are connected. So we've been trying to learn about it, which led us down the path of finding these tablets of the Volknut, to wanting to find Velikas's tomb, to maybe perhaps finding a way to cure my sister. I apologize, and I speak for both of us, that we weren't forthwith with the information. But we have learned caution in our years. I do apologize, and I promise that I will be more open with information moving forward. I swear.
So where does Oya fit in all this?
Oya kind of looks around. Says, really, I just, I like Cora, I like you, and I want to help them out. They help me out from time to time. I have a project of my own that I'm working on.
You've mentioned.
Yes. But it's kind of a mutual benefit and also friendship tax, if you will.
Mm.
So what are you hoping to find down there that's going to help Cora? Or Cora, if you want to speak for yourself, you're more than welcome to.
Cora's kind of just taking a step back to kind of think. And as she looks up after you say her name, there's almost an energy, not like magical, but like behind, like a
Vibe, if you will.
Yeah, a vibe, behind her eyes. She says, I want to cure. I want to fix what's hurting me. We've spent the last decade searching for answers, crisscrossing this goddamn continent. This is the first real lead that we found. And I can't stop. And if it is true, if this is the last remainder of Mobius, what if it's... Think about the opportunities that could present. And you see her kind of get lost in thought for a second and think, and she comes back and she says, I don't like senseless death, and if those people were vaporized, that is unfortunate. However, they were bandits. They have killed innocents as well. I'm not saying it's an eye for an eye, but at least it wasn't an orphanage.
When signing up for this, I assumed that you were grave robbers. Not, albeit ambitious grave robbers, but this is a lot to unpack.
Hugh pipes in on it. It's like, I like to think of it more as archaeologists, archivists.
That
Right.
belongs in a museum.
I'm more meant to say that I thought we were mostly just in it for the money.
Well, there is still quite a good bit of money to be had, and there's things more valuable than money that could be at the end of this tube.
I understand that. I meant more to say that the fact that you all have a little bit more emotional vested interest, it kind of makes me uneasy.
I mean, I won't disagree with you. It is a personal ambition, and if that makes you uneasy, I'm sorry. But that's the reality of it. If hear me out. If we were to go to you and be like, hello, my sister's cursed by this fairy tale city, and would you help us find these ancient lost tablets so we can visit a very dangerous place to find this fairy tale city? Would you have joined?
Better than now. Better than now.
I do have to agree. I'm not one to be duped when I've been duped before. As you have said to yourself that you don't trust other people. It's better to have the people that work with you, have them trust you than not.
Yes, I understand. And once again, I apologize deeply. I mean, we've only known each other for some of us a few days, really, and some of us a few weeks. But in that time, I have learned to, at the very least, appreciate the five of you. And I apologize again to not have been more forthwith with a group who I have now realized was a mistake to not trust them. Even, and looks towards you, Ember, even you. I appreciate your candidness and your wit and your banter, but I do trust you as well. And I apologize.
Good. Well, I cannot speak for the group myself, but I am more than happy to continue seeing this through, with the condition that this tablet will not leave my side or the side of one of my companions until it needs be socketed into the place that you think it needs socketing into. Should you wish to further investigate your efforts, we will be present. That is the way we did things where I am from. No secrets but from those on the outside. Yes?
Hugh nods. Cora looks at you, Kallias. She nods, and even you see a little bit of a Cora's not so much of a speaker. I don't want you to be like she's like in the back, like twiddling her evil fingers. It's more of a she's got a lot going on up here, and it doesn't translate, and so she just stays quiet. Usually, you see when Hugh speaks, it's almost like she watches Hugh, and it's almost like he is speaking for her as well. They are on the same wavelength when it comes to their emotions. So I don't want to Cora's just not in the back angry. She's taking it in. She's listening. Just to make that clear. She just doesn't. Hugh is more eloquent and can put things to words a lot easier.
Was Cora looking this way?
Cora was watching you, and a smile comes to her face, and you see the shame of not letting you guys in sooner as well that you see in Hugh's face.
I will message Cora while looking at her. I will see you to that city.
Just more nodding. So, moving forward, no more secrets with us. And we will discuss everything with you. And if you're an outsider, you don't get to know our secrets. But we are no longer outsiders to each other, as Hugh says, to all 8 of this group. Is that amenable to all parties?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
So then,
are we following the escaped dune buggy, or are we hanging out here, maybe doing some fishing? I'm not sure what the next step is.
Or go plug the tablet into the other tablets.
Exactly. I think we should return to Camden Mesa as quick as possible. It's still about a 2-day walk to get back. Excuse me, I burped.
Come on, Hugh.
Confessions make him gassy.
Get it together.
But let's return the tablets, and we can translate the missing pieces of the passages, and maybe complete the map that exists. So, but before we go, what should we do with the lookout? And motions towards the door.
Is he awake?
He kind of creaks the door open, peeks in. No, he's still out cold. Where Oya hit him pretty hard.
Well, if there's
You
any...
always.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was going to say, if there's any evidence to what we have been doing so far, we'll kill him.
I would say...
But before we do,
Oh.
I would like to add that we might find out where these tracks go from this man.
If that red-headed elf, the red-headed elf that was with the bow, he never came back. That's why I think he's out there. And so
it seems as though he knew something. Why would he leave in such a hurried manner?
Took stuff from a vault. So
maybe this fisherman dude knows more about this person.
Could be. I will say though, perhaps we don't kill him, considering the entire infrastructure of the group that he was with is now dust. There's literally no reason for him to retaliate. He will, in fact, just be gracious for his life and probably help us more.
True.
Yeah.
Leonidas? Are you okay with that, Kallias?
Well, I was going to
No
say
thro-
I was not the
No
person.
throat slitting this time.
Yes.
I
I look at Kallias and I go,
I'll
You
just
slow
briefly.
blink
Did
at
that,
him.
for those listening,
Yes.
that was a nod blink. You know when you look at a cat and you want them to feel cool with you, you do the slow blink.
The slow blink.
Yeah, it means that they
Like,
love
cat,
you.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'll just give a little message in Draconic to
incredible.
to Leonidas. Just the like I can't still. When it's okay to dispatch them, you let me know.
Out loud, I say, okay.
I can't wait now that is canon. I can't
When
wait
it's okay.
when you guys fight an actual goddamn
No,
dragon,
please.
or meet one,
Or-
and I have to do. I'm the
I-
dragon.
I'm
This is
not
why I
going
haven't-
to be
saying-
present for that session.
This is
can't
why I
do it.
haven't spoken Draconic.
Come on. They're only. You have to join the fold at some point, right? It took me a couple
these
sessions,
days.
but I got there. Oh boy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So are we leaving him, or we wish to speak with him?
You know what? Ooh. What if we just leave a note? What if we just leave a note and say, hey, we have some questions for you. Your whole shit is dead,
Your friends are dead.
but we may have answers and we want some answers from you. Come find us. And we just give him like a random place in Camden Mesa.
Well, wait, why
To
don't
meet.
we just
What about the
ask him
place
now?
with the mud pit?
We could just wake him up.
Yeah, why don't we just
Yeah, I
ask
guess
him
we could
now?
just do that.
Leonidas could
He
be
is
fast.
tied up.
I ungag him.
Okay, you ungag him. The jostle of pulling this kind of, maybe it's a sock. It's a little crusty. You're not sure. Out of his mouth.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
All right.
For those that know, no. The jostling of pulling the sock out though opens his eyes and what's going on?
Howdy there, friend. You do remember us, correct? It wasn't very long ago that we all passed by, and then you got hit by. I forgot the story. Long story short, all of your friends, all of your co-workers, your higher ups, your down belows, from the plebeians to the leaders, they're all fucking dead. I want you to make a nice career and life decision and help us understand some of the questions that we have. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah. Wasn't your name Cletus?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Oh god. Roll me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
I'm going to call you Cletus from now on.
Cletus. I forgot what my name. What did I say my name?
I think your
I think it was Cletus.
your yokel name
Pretty
is
sure.
Cletus.
With
Yeah.
advantage?
Your honky name.
Your yokel name.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. Oh yeah.
Didn't even need it. Natural 20.
Nice. All right.
Pretty
Uh,
badass.
You see this individual. Oh, well, that's a mighty fine. How'd you do? Well, first off,
What's happening? What's
Kallias,
going
I
on?
changed my mind. You might be able to kill him. Because
first,
that was a horrific statement.
Fine. First off, I'm retired. This was like a sort of pension thing that I had worked out with the Longhorns. I just kind of pointed the right people up the road, and if the wrong people went up the road, I just lit a fire. I was basically a doorbell. So the fact that you did that, a little tough on my wallet, but I can probably make things work. But I'm okay with the situation.
Lovely. My friends are going to ask you questions. Please treat them with the same amount of respect that you treat me. Thank you.
Absolutely. What's that? You turned out a bit. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Mom? Is it Mom?
My dad, he checked in on me.
Dad!
Yeah, no.
Father, why have you forsaken me?
Father.
Who has the stick? The glowing stick?
Oh, who does it?
Found? Did I get that as we traveled?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to fiddle with it for a moment.
I walk.
And then...
while Kallias is doing. Are you walking up to him, Kallias?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stand behind Kallias.
I'm just going to start clicking it on and off.
Yeah, so when you push the button, there's a little bing. That's like a charging noise.
Oh.
And so it takes a second to like charge up, and then like it always goes like, then once it's finished charging, it goes and stops.
It's a defibrillator. Defibrillator.
There you go.
That's a hard word to say.
Defibrillator.
Yeah, it is
defibrillator.
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 It was like I just hit, you know when you go
Defibrillator.
onto like oxforddictionary.com and you have the little like speaker button next to the word?
Yeah.
It's like somebody went down and just like clicked that a bunch of times so that the computer couldn't do it anymore. Is what I just heard. Was the three
Defibrillator.
So with that in mind, I'll just let it build up and spend its 6 once before just like looking at him.
Yeah. So it like repulsor beam, Iron Man charges. The and the orc is like, you don't gotta touch me with that.
I say, do you know who the two of us are?
No.
I rolled a natural 20.
Is it
Fine.
bad
We're
if I
there.
say I don't know who you are? I mean, you came into my
Well, you should.
hut earlier in the day.
You should know who we are.
Let's just look up at Leonidas. Give a little.
Well, I certainly know who you are now.
That's right.
Okay,
Do
so
you happen to have any other places where your friends like to go? I had places like that once. Where is the place for your friends?
All right.
Sometimes your
I'm a little
character
little creeped out, but I get it.
horrifying.
I don't know any specific. Like I could not draw a map, mostly because I don't know, and secondly because I'm not a good drawer. However, I know that they have satellite camps throughout, and there's probably a number of gang members there. I don't know exactly where, but
And is place there big enough for... I look to Hugh. What was called?
a sand rig.
Dune buggy.
Sandrig. Is place there big for Sandrig?
Yeah. They use that's one of their. They're probably their biggest mode of transportation. They got like 3 different vehicles I've seen go by.
And so, where are these?
Well, I said I don't know. It's I know there's one that way and points to where the trails go, and that's the only they only come from that way. So, but
Just realized he sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
A little bit.
a little bit,
And that is my favorite visual.
depending on what I'm saying, it may go Foghorn Leghorn or Forrest Gump. We'll see what happens.
You literally just said, I sit.
I'll
It's
say
great.
I'll take it. All right. So I don't really know where. I know that they exist, and it kind of like moves his hands are like cuffed, like he goes that way, but that's about it.
Who is the red-headed elf who hangs out with Logan?
Oh, he goes by the name of Kano. He's one of them magical types.
One of them wizards.
He did like all the booking for Logan. He'd come down, he liked to fish, and so I'd be like, hey, come on, I got an extra pole. Not the greatest conversationalist, but actually not really good fisherman either. I don't know why he would come down. I don't know. But yeah, his name's Kano. Kano.
And what was in the vault in that chest?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't go up to camp a lot. I maybe been up there a couple times. Like this, I'm retired, and this is my home. I just was making a little bit of extra spending cash. So I don't know what was in that. I would assume money, maybe some weapons, maybe some stuff they're trying to sell. I know that they got their fingers in a lot of pies. So
Wait, so you're not retired from the Longhorns? You're retired from a completely separate job?
no. I mean, I ran with the Longhorns for a second. I was one of their I was a cook. I made meals.
Will you be our cook?
No.
No, never mind.
Well, once again, I'm retired from being a cook. But Logan liked me. He liked my food I can make. So he let me just kind of go. He's like, hey, go down there, build your cabin. Just kind of like keep an eye out for us, and we'll take care of you. And I was like, hey, shoot, that's nice. So hell yeah. So that's what I did.
Right. Well, here comes the part of this conversation where you let us know anything you haven't revealed so that we can fully assess the information that you've given us and decide what we do next.
I'm thinking real hard right now.
Anything about that red-headed elf anymore? Spent that much time fishing with them? What are they about? How long have they been with the Longhorns? Who else do they know?
Oh, Kano? Kano's been with the Longhorns. It's probably since the beginning. When I was cooking for him, he was there too. So, but he usually keeps to himself. He's not a nice guy, but not necessarily mean. He seemed like a busybody, a worrywart. You know, he has those little tiny round glasses. Was he wearing those? He wears those every once in a while, and he just looks like one of them pencil pushers, you know? I just didn't have a lot to talk to him about.
I don't understand anything of what you're saying.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Lion Man, but Kano could not fog a mirror to any kind of conversation with me. So
What did you just call me?
I called you a lion man. I'm sorry. I don't know. If
Leonidas like grabs his shirt, pulls him close.
Oh God. Oh, sweet divines, please protect me.
You will tell us more, and don't ever call me Lion Man. Okay?
Oz, I don't understand. Do you want to be like lions, or do you not want to be related to lions?
I don't.
I know that this absolutely
I
is
don't
not
wanna-
the time to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it now. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it now.
I would like to talk about it so I know how to address you.
You can. I don't know what to say.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm a Leonin, not a lion man. A Leonin.
Kind of rhymes.
I pull out my sword and I put
Gregory.
it at his...
You are a Leonin. You are a Leonin. Yes, sir. I was asking what your name was so I could address you by your name.
My name is Leonidas Goldspear II.
Oh, nice to meet you, Leonidas Goldspear II. My name is Gregory Hines.
Like the ketchup?
I'm at a loss.
Okay.
We
Alright,
sat here talking to a
Gregory.
can of beans for 20 minutes. Like
I'm a loss. This is what the chat wants.
Guys, just for everybody, every once in a while I get a hold of an NPC that I have fun with. You know what? I didn't expect Gregory to turn into this, but well, goddamn it, he is. So here we are.
I'm at a loss. That's funny as hell.
His hands are bound, so he's like, I don't know.
So, sorry, Leonidas. I'm sure you're all reasonable people. I'm a reasonable person.
Do we have all we need? I just addressing the
think
group. Do we have all we need?
Yes.
I mean, Divine's honest truth, I have told you everything I know, which I admittedly is not a lot, but it is all I know.
I have nothing more to say.
No. Okay, fine. We're going to leave you unharmed.
Righto.
If anything comes to mind, please reach out. We will be in Camden Wharf.
All right. Well, it's been a while since I've been down to the wharf, but I can reach out if I need to.
Now, Gregory, I do hope you know that if you even get the inkling of an idea to turn us in or try to double cross us, I would first like you to walk up to the camp and take a nice look at your friends.
Oh, all right.
And then I walk away.
He kind of looks around, looks at the five of you. He's like, I got 5 words for you. I am retired.
I have to say that I even know that that is only 3 words. You monster.
How did you? That was really good. I loved that.
I apologize.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Tell the
I shut the door.
All right.
Someone shut this man up. Let's go.
Guys, wait till you meet my Canadian character, eh?
Oh God.
Nope.
I'm just gonna talk for 3 hours straight.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is
are
about late afternoon, getting towards there by this time, like 2 o'clock.
Let's head back to Camden Mace warehouse.
Yes, I believe that is the prudent decision. Well,
What do you need? What is next? We can talk as we travel, but
yes. So let's.
now that we have these, where do we take them?
Yes. Well, from what we understand about the tablets themselves, once the Valknut is formed, then first of all, those phrases that we have, the majority of them solved, should be complete, giving us any kind of information. But seeming as maybe we found some of that information in the tomb already with Mobio. Now, there is also, we believe, a map will be revealed once the tablets are connected. So that map, then we can discern where it could be an ancient map. So we'd have to figure out, is this a map of like maybe there'll be an ocean. I don't know if there was an ocean in ancient Armania.
Will you need lemons and heat?
I don't. They're made out of stone, so I'm unsure. But if we need to, I'm sure we can throw it into a conventional oven to reveal the ink.
That was not Leonidas. That was Dan.
I know. I understand.
Okay.
I knew exactly what joke you were making.
Thank
Daniel.
you. It's a deep cut for some. Well, not really. It's a great movie.
Have you considered that as a Playfair cipher?
A what?
A deeper cut into the same thing.
I know.
Fuck you guys.
Wow,
All right.
No, you're.
What did you say?
Playfair cipher?
Oh.
Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a Playfair cipher. Yeah.
You know who's in that movie? John
Nick Cage.
Voight.
Friend of the show.
Enemy of the show.
Enemy
John Voight.
of the show. Not friend of the show.
Enemy of the show.
Oh, that's
Enemy
a
of the
new
show.
one.
Enemy of the show.
He is not a good.
Oh wow. Okay. Enough of John Voight today then.
Ever.
So once we discern, then we can then make preparations to begin the expedition. So hopefully that won't take too long, maybe the better part of a day or two, and then we can be off. But he looks up, the clouds are still around, and you can kind of see off to where because you're walking downhill and you can kind of see over, kind of have a nice view. You can kind of see there is a point where the clouds end, but seemingly in a massive circle. These clouds are there and hanging.
We did something. I feel like this is us.
I think we know
The
what
elf.
it is.
Before we head back, do we want to follow those tracks? Because
If they're in the same direction.
I don't know. I don't like leaving a book unfinished. I think that we might have more information if we find the redhead
And if you want, we can split up too.
Perhaps.
There are 8 of us.
We can split up, as in Hugh, Cora, the other one. We can meet you guys back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Oya speaks up. Well, I could. I'm not necessarily needed since we've already figured out the cipher for the text. So I could go and follow it and report back to you guys, because it looks like you have this handled.
I would agree. I once with the cat. I would like to see where the tracks go.
Same.
Okay.
Just wonder if.
So Hugh speaks like, I would like to return to Camden Mesa. And we would be taking the tablet. And those sand rigs can move rather fast. So whatever ground we think we're gaining on them, we're not. I too would love to close that chapter. However, I feel like it would be a wild goose chase.
Right.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Oh, got it.
Not particularly astounding. That's going to be a 10.
Okay, a 10. As far as you can tell, telling the truth. He seems. You guys just had that long conversation about being truthful and trusting each other.
Maybe we find out where the other safe houses are, and then we go and look for that stuff.
Well,
Because the Longhorns are going to be really, really spooked after all they find out about what happened. So you know they're all going to go run to the safe houses. So I think we just need to find that, and then it'll be more streamlined. So maybe we should head back to Camden Mesa. Maybe lady who you really like, Leonidas, knows.
Oya speaks up really quick.
A horny woman.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yes. What a good actor.
I could, if you guys want to head back to Camden, I could follow those tracks and see where they lead and at least find one so we can have it for the future. The Longhorns are bad for business, so I am so down and encourage kicking them out. And I can go find them and then I'll let you know.
That sounds
Sounds
like
great.
a plan to me.
All right. Easy. She kind of looks at everybody and just gives you all a nod, gives Cora a second nod, and heads away. Back the opposite direction towards the tracks.
Let's go back to Camden Mesa.
Okay. As you all start walking, I'm going to need one of you to roll me a d6. Who's it going to be?
I'll do it.
Not
All
it.
right. We have a volunteer.
That's a 3.
A 3?
Uh-oh.
As you guys are pushing your way through these canyons for the rest of the day, the wind picks up. It comes kind of whipping down the canyon walls and sprays sand in your face. It's high winds, but it's not. You still have a decent amount of visibility. If you wanted to make like a long range bow shot or anything like that, you would. It'd be pretty tough to be on target. However, it is not blinding by any means. But as the wind picks up, the sand gets whipped up, but you guys continue down. You continue traveling for the rest of the day, and you make camp. Anything you want to do before we make our first watch?
Yeah.
Do drugs in the desert, but I don't know if that is the smartest thing to do.
It's not the perfect time, but I do love where your head's at.
It's a good idea, but
Is the visage of this like maybe but maybe not floating mythical city still in the clouds back there, or is it?
You say back there. It's still over you. I'll give it to you because you spent the day just traveling. The clouds seem to be growing in size. Seeming the epicenter was the compound where the tomb was, but as you continue, you see the clouds just kind of getting bigger and bigger.
So that the edge that we did see when we were leaving, where the clouds stopped, that is now like it's bled further.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And light comes through it. It's dark. But in this dusk light you're in doesn't really seem. It just seems like a weird weather phenomenon.
Phenomena.
So that
Should we have taken the lightning glass? This is just me spitballing around the fire. We found was This is odd, right? This is we all agree that this is very strange.
Yes.
I would not worry. We are worthy. It says
True.
so.
Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Fair point.
Someone did this to a bunch of people and then said we're worthy. I don't know if I want to be of what they just did.
We do not have that choice.
Yeah, we already killed a mummy.
It is something I learned fairly early on. When you are told that you are under the eye of something larger than yourself, you keep within its gaze, lest it looks away from you.
Interesting.
That was very poetic.
I think that I think my my metaphor for looking at it as better intact than disintegrated.
I have a
Yes.
metaphor.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, fine.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
No, I
It
don't.
was a
I don't
joke.
want
I
to
thought
tell
you
it.
were
I
going to
don't.
tell
I don't. I don't want to tell it now.
Leonidas.
No, I don't want to tell it now.
I think you need to realize the concept of sarcasm, jokes. You need to not take things so personally.
I know what jokes are. I tell them all the time.
Right.
No jokes.
You do?
Oh,
Give me one joke. Go.
Oh. Give me a minute.
You have 30 seconds.
No, don't give me like a fake minute.
That's
You're going to
Google it.
are you gonna
That's
Google?
not
Google
I
this?
can't think. Alright, fine.
You can't think. You do improv for a living.
Yes, but that's different. It's like asking a stand-up. It's different. I don't want this. I don't like being live on Twitch right now and having to explain to you guys jokes. I really don't. I really don't.
I love how this
I
turned.
really
this was
don't.
100% me asking Leonidas, but suddenly it's Dan feeling as though
Dan's a
he's the one
joke.
getting.
Dan's feeling
You're
the one
not
that's
being.
getting
I just
accosted.
Give me a minute. Google's.
Um,
Oh, that's
do you
good stuff.
think- Do you think that the city where we're going, do you think that there's a way, like there's some kind of magic that can not only get rid of Korra's curse, but maybe like Kallias, you said you were cursed?
Yeah, aren't you all fucking
I'm-
cursed or something?
No.
I am not you. A good amount had said that previously. We don't have to go into it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Just
I cried.
wondering. I'm curious.
I think there's a.
Knock knock.
Jesus.
Who's there?
Interrupting Leonid.
Interrupting.
Rawr!
And that's where we're gonna take our break.
Yep.
Thank God. I'm so
Tracks. Tracks.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
All right, everybody, we'll be back
Okay.
at in about 15 minutes. We'll let you all know in the chat when we're coming back. So around 8:15ish. So go potty, get a snack, get a drink, and we'll be right back.
Goodbye. I will be back.
Magic the Gathering tournament where there's
Mhm.
like money involved and like stakes, that's varsity. But like you and me going to do the little
Right,
tear open
right,
the
right.
thing and like play a couple like teenagers and get our asses handed to us, that's JV.
That's JV.
Like
Yeah. I mean,
it's
they
like
always
club
they,
sports versus real deal.
Yeah.
see. I guess that's exactly what's tripping me out. Is because my high school had club sports and JV and varsity. They were like 3 separate entities.
Usually, from what I mean, I'll speak for what I did. Hi everybody, we're back. We're talking about JV and varsity.
Oh, yeah,
Club
we're
sports
live, by the way.
usually doesn't get funding from the school, but they're affiliated with the school, so all the funding is tends to be like private. So like my lacrosse team
Okay.
that I played, guys, I'm a lacrosse bro, in high school, JV, was a club sport just because the school didn't give them a lot of money.
Got it.
And
Okay,
folks, if
okay.
you were in a sport,
Yeah.
I got
That it?
I technically got 3 varsity letters from high school because I was on the varsity basketball team, varsity swim team, and the varsity bowling team.
you're on the
I love your
varsity
bowling.
basketball team, Kyle?
Yeah, I didn't play though because I was in theater, so I missed all the practices, and
There you go.
Hey,
but I was
keep up
there.
the
I sat
letter
on the
all that.
bench.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Well-
we are back, everybody, and we just left off with a really wonderful joke by Leonidas, where the group resoundingly had a very hearty chuckle.
Yeah, can I get the reaction of everyone? Or can I, what did you guys think?
Ah ha ha, ah ha ha ha.
I
was-
usually just laugh on the inside at jokes.
If it was interrupting, where was it coming from?
Me.
But yes, but I have to.
I
think
do
about
have a
it.
question. If you're, how do you interrupt from the other side of the door?
I
Because
don't
if
like
haven't
this
opened it-
anymore. Okay.
If I haven't opened the door yet, it's kind of hard for you to interrupt me. It kind of sounds very muffled. I assume that I would continue my own sentence.
You know, it's not very nice when I try and tell a joke and then I have to explain it. One says that one thinks that a joke will come and a joke will go, but those who say it right know the flow. Hold on.
You know, is there steam coming out of your ears there, Leonidas?
Oh no.
Did it have a burpee?
Okay.
Burpee. Burpee boy?
Okay, I hate this.
Oh, disgusting.
That was wild. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay.
I haven't burped like that in
So,
a minute. Oh.
You guys set up camp. Is there anything you want to do before we begin our rests?
No.
I'd like to tell
Not
more
anymore.
jokes. No,
So,
I don't. No, I don't.
Who's taking first watch?
I will. Oh, wait. No.
Okay.
Sorry. Because every time I take a watch, I don't get the full sleep. Am I wrong?
No,
That's not true.
no. You
That's
need
not true at all.
so a long rest is
Right,
technically
6
8
hours.
hours.
I thought
Well,
it was
6
6
hours
yeah,
of
6 hours.
sleeping, but it's an 8-hour period because, like it's like they in the rules, it's like they account for like chilling out and relaxing kind of thing.
Okay.
As long as you get like I'm asleep for 6 hours, you get your long rest.
Then I will take
Also-
first rest. I will take first rest.
Yeah.
First rest or what?
First watch.
I'll do that. First watch.
First
We're on the
rest,
money,
that's-
folks.
Do we really want him to watch
Yeah.
alone?
We sure
Maybe
we
you
wanna-
need the rest.
Wait,
Let
wait,
your
wait.
brain
I-
recuperate.
I have a feeling that everyone here thinks that I'm not very smart.
Why are you speaking this way?
Because I am a smart lion and
Are you a lion? I
I'm a-
believe you're not a lion.
I am part lion, part human.
There's
So
lot
you're
of
a lion
questions I
man.
have.
No, I'm a leonin. There's a difference. Lion men.
Clearly, that
Lion men are from
absolute-
fiction stories. Leonin.
Thank you so much. Thank you. There is absolutely a difference from what you are and what a lion is. Thank you for agreeing with me
Yes,
from earlier.
I'm not a lion.
Ah.
I'm a
You
leonin.
know, I am too tired for this conversation.
I will keep watch. I'm good at that.
Okay.
Insight check.
All right. So,
I'm good at that.
The group of you find rest. And Leonidas, could you roll me a percentage die?
Oh God. Give me a darn moment.
Hmm?
A percentage die, you say?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
60.
9.
Yes, 69.
Nice.
No, 60.
Okay. Now roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
That's just to fuck with us, I think.
No.
That's a 7.
7. Perception?
Correct.
Oh. Okay, yeah. It's a dark night because of the clouds. The moon is not. You can see the one like bit of light from the sky. You can see is the like just slight glow from the moon trying to pierce through the clouds, but it's not. It's like basically a faint halo in the sky. But it's with that perception check, that's all you really notice.
Okay.
All right, who's taking second watch?
I'll do it.
Ryujin.
Can I just say that the way I imagined, because of the perception check I just got, the way I imagine that this interaction goes is I see Ryujin and I go, I didn't see anything, and jump in.
It's bedtime. Okay, Ryujin, could you roll me a percentage die?
Yes. You know what's crazy?
What?
60.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
The
Well,
probability
Yeah.
That's
that
true.
happening.
Bagel. Bagel.
Well, it's 1 and
Roll me a perception check, please.
2 and 20.
No.
That's a natural 20.
a natural 20. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank God for Ryujin.
So,
You see God.
with
He waves.
you see the
Hi,
divines in the sky.
Ryujin. Hi, God. How's it
Um,
going?
you see the first thing you notice is the moon trying to pierce, or the moons, I should say. Their faint glows trying to pierce through the clouds. But one, you thought it was a glow, but as your vision scans the sky, you see that these clouds have these glowing tendrils going throughout them. These tendrils are of a murky, algae-like green color, like a deep, sickly green. And it's not like the clouds are glowing by any means, but it's I would almost akin it to like an aurora borealis sort of effect, where it isn't that what it's called? How do you say it?
Aurora.
Yeah, you guys-
That was correct.
Is the thing eating itself.
Aurora.
Aurora
Borealis.
Aurora.
It's the stuff in
Aurora?
Alaska.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the north. Aurora.
The sky pretties.
The sky.
The Northern Lights.
So it's like very faint versions of those, just like how it just kind of catches the light and kind of shifts and moves as these clouds that are constantly just slowly churning these veins of green. As your watch continues down the slope in the direction you are going to travel, you see, and it happens for a moment, but with that natural 20, you watched it just as it happens. Your eyes are in the right spot. A single green lightning bolt. In silence. And the rest of your watch is quiet. I believe we need one more watch. So who would like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, Lilith, por favore.
Not a percentage die, just a.
No, I meant
perception
percentage.
check?
I meant percentage.
Get a 60. Get a 60. Get a 60.
What if?
If you get,
What
if we
if?
get 60, 60, 60,
Ooh.
that's the end of the game.
Illuminati
Cheat.
66.
Yeah.
I am the vessel.
That is the end of the game.
49.
49. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close.
Now roll me a perception check, por favore.
Oh, I haven't looked at my character sheet. Oh, strength, my perception. Mhm. That's an 18.
An 18? Yeah,
Yeah.
so you also notice the green tendrils in the clouds and the slow churning of them. And as the sun even starts to rise, it casts a light. And there's a moment when the sun is about to start cresting, where one side of the sky is dark still and the other side is starting to lighten up, where the green tendrils seem to just stand out a little bit more. Maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the time of day, you're unsure. But that's what you notice. Then everybody else, everyone receives a long rest.
Nice.
So, Mark, do the hit points, all that. If you guys attuned to any items, I believe the majority of you already have.
I assume the jug is not attunable.
It is not attunable. It is a jug.
You just spoon it.
It's
It is
Yeah.
a jug.
a little keg. Do you pull out any bungs?
What are the colors
Uh,
again?
There are a bunch of colors. So there's the golden one. There is a kind of this brownish looking one, a green one, a purple one, one that's kind of a not necessarily like yellow, not necessarily like more like an ambery yellow. There is a blue one, and then there is a green one, and then there is one that's just. Then there's a red one.
There are two
and there's-
green ones?
I'm sorry. I'm getting them mixed up. So there's there's a green one, purple one, a more of an ambery yellow, the golden one, a white one that's kind of a sickly brown, a one that is a bluish, Then there is one that is a much deeper blue, like royal blue. And then there is one that is kind of a sea foamy color, and then there is a red one.
Shit.
Okay.
That's how many. There are 10 bungs on this.
I mean, you know what they say. That is a lot of bungs.
Oh my god.
Bung 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 bung
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. So do you test any out?
Mr. Bungman.
Yes.
Which one do you
Bring
test?
me your bum.
bung.
No.
Guys, we're off the rails.
I just don't know what
The name of
happened
this
to you
episode
guys
is
this past
Mr.
week.
Bungman.
Okay. When everyone's asleep, and when Leonidas was watching, so that he's absolutely not perceptive enough, I slowly uncork the white one a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it milk?
No.
Oh boy.
This creamy substance comes out.
Oh, why?
And it just starts to
Mayonnaise.
kind of like
What is
this
the
is the
smell
smell
like?
of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That'll be a no.
Oh,
That'll be a I'm done for tonight, folks.
You're just like hunk mayonnaise.
It's like on
That
a
is
bedroll.
close. I re-cork the bung
Yep.
and I go to bed.
You cork the mayonnaise bung.
did the keg just get spent? Like,
Suddenly Ember feels used and dirty.
Wait, hold on. Will,
okay.
is that what that?
No,
I'm like,
it
no,
was
Dan,
is-
it was
No,
mayonnaise.
no,
It
it's-
started spewing mayonnaise.
Is that what Will has meant this whole time?
What?
We'll talk after. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
The
it
Teletubby baby rises with the sun.
is morning. One point of order. Kallias, have you kept your bit of
Yes.
lightning glass? Okay, cool. All right. You guys continue to
Okay.
head down the way. You make your way around.
Hate that shit.
It's pretty quiet. Can I have Ryujin, or actually, I need somebody to roll me a d6.
I
What
What was
will.
the last time?
It was me.
It was Dan, so somebody else.
Let's go, Hana.
6.
A 6. Whereas the heat would stick with you yesterday, the dry heat, even though with the cloud cover, it seemed to give no relief to the heat. It is kind of late winter, so it's not super, super hot, but it still can be uncomfortable. However, while you're traveling today, the clouds seem thick enough to where it's kind of nice, like a pleasant high 60s, and you feel good.
Oh, that's good.
It's nice. The clouds give you a little break from that searing desert southern heat.
And these clouds are everywhere now. Horizon stretching.
You kind of get the sense that they're not necessarily horizon stretching. It is a slow addition to the circumference of this phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
How do you see an edge for the clouds?
Faintly, yes.
Jesus. Okay.
Speaking of the clouds, I noticed during my watch last night that there's this green light coursing through them, and this light strikes the ground, and it is a green lightning. I noticed this.
Where? Where did it strike?
It struck in the direction we're heading, actually.
I
In
didn't
the
notice
direction
that.
we are. They are not worthy.
Hugh, I also saw green tendrils going through the clouds. Is that a thing down here?
No, I've only been in Camden Mesa for a handful of months now, but I've never seen green tendrils hanging in the clouds.
Do we not see them now?
For those of you who haven't noticed them in your watches, they're very, very faint. So I would say it'd be since we've had two people see them, they can point them out, but it takes moments of like, now you see it. But when it's daylight, they don't really seem to be as noticeable. But Hugh takes a moment. He says, actually, if you could allow me one thing. He takes 10 minutes and casts a spell, and you see his eyes kind of glaze over this pale white. He looks up at the sky, kind of looks around, and then
He's warging.
And then he looks towards you, Kallias. He's like, Kallias, may I see the piece of glass you have?
Yes, I think. Just pull it out of one of the folds in my little sash. What does it look like or feel like while I'm holding it?
It kind of has that same kind of almost, it's like an itchy feeling. And he doesn't take it, he looks at it. He goes, interesting. So you can put it back now, Kallias, thank you. It's hard because it's this, I can't see very far, but I still get this sort of aura from it. The phenomenon, it has a necrotic, like necromancy base, which is concerning. So, something we should consider and think upon. It's rather messy business, but can be quite useful. So let's not call it evil quite yet, but I'm not sure. Just be wary of these items. They seem to be connected to necromancy. And he blinks and the eyes go back to his normal brown.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Back to Camden Mesa.
Let's move. You guys continue down. Ryujin, roll me a survival check. Or I'm sorry. I assumed Ryujin is leading the group since this is like his ranger-ish.
His shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Survival. 17.
17? Okay. You guys come around a familiar corner. It is the same corner as when, and it's getting a little bit later in the day because you traveled at a different sort of not pace, but you traveled like half a day, and then you have a whole day. So you'll be basically almost at Camden Mesa by the end of today. About half day next day. You get to the bend in the river where you guys fought the lions. And you guys notice a couple things. One, a very familiar arcing glass coming out of the sand right as that bend happens. And you see one carcass on the ground of the lions you killed and skinned.
I don't know much about carcasses. But I will say that it's not good that only one is left.
Are there piles of other like dust that doesn't look like sand anywhere near?
You guys could roll me a perception check, Lilith, and then if somebody wants to assist her, they can.
I will assist
I
her.
absolutely will.
Oh, okay.
Guess we all are.
It's a big group. Let's go, Lilith.
I don't know why we wouldn't.
Yeah.
17.
17. You look around, you don't see any ash. You see the lightning bolt struck pretty close to the carcass of it's one of the lionesses. With a 17, you do see, and I'm going to say this is with Ryujin's help, just for flavor, a pair of tracks leading down towards Camden Mesa.
A pair of tracks.
So 2 sets of tracks.
And this time they're what type of tracks?
They are seemingly paws of lions.
Can I go put my paw up to it?
Yeah, so your appendages are a little more elongated.
Fair.
But it's not leonine. They're a little bit more stumpier, the paws, as yours. But seemingly, and I'll even give you guys this, they're not even steps.
I'm going to assume that somehow this lightning has reanimated these lions that we vanquished earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we quicken, because the tracks do go towards the city.
Right.
I don't know how well Keith will do fighting them, but
You're concerned about Keith.
And
I'm
what
not.
else?
It's
Shut up.
alright to say yes.
You can say that you like Keith.
That was Jeffrey. No, Jeffrey was the one you tortured and killed.
Yes.
Yes.
I have forgotten.
Going to turn to Hugh, just quietly and in Elven, say, I hope these stories perhaps seem realer to you now.
You just
Maybe
gives you a nod.
I'm going to keep walking, muttering little prayers to myself as I go.
All right. Who's leading the way?
Ryujin.
I will be by Ryujin's side, I think.
Okay. I can do persuaded to an assist. Just because your background, William. So, Ryujin, roll me a survival check with advantage.
All right. Ah. 23.
Damn.
23?
Yes.
All right. You guys continue down. You make it most of the way the rest of the day. You also keep a good eye on these tracks. At the end of the day, they do seem to cross over the river and to the other side of the bank. You can kind of see a sort of a roughed out part of the river that would be a sign of a creature struggling to get out. So they seem to the tracks seem to have crossed the river to the other side. You are now very easily at your second camp. I'll fast forward, if it's okay with you. Who takes first watch? Kallias? All right. Kallias, no percentage. Just give me a perception.
It's a 12.
Okay. Give me a second. All right. As you're sitting there, you keep hearing movement behind you. And you turn around and looking across the riverbank. You don't see anything. A moment passes. More noise. You turn around. You see one single pair of glowing green eyes just cross the river looking at you. Unmoving. Watching.
I'm going to stay very still. I'm going to look around. Is everyone asleep?
Everybody is asleep except for you, yes.
going to hold my breath as I just let my hood fall.
Mhm.
Let my hair down a bit and stare back.
Okay. Is it I'm discerning the nature of this stare down. Are you?
I'm not doing whatever it is I've done before. Just letting all my eyes look back.
Okay. All right. So the little heads of these babies, because they are still very young. That I'm trying to be like.
Wait, can you specify they're baby snakes?
They are baby
baby
snakes.
heads?
They're not
No.
These are little babies.
Babies, like
We've-
Cabbage Patch Kid babies.
It's we've all seen Toy Story 1 here,
Correct.
Oh no!
and the thing in Sid's room that walks on
Yes.
like metal legs.
Yeah.
It's just lots of little of those heads.
I would
That's
keep my
disgusting.
too.
I think
That
though
is-
what I think of when you describe the hair, it's the monster from Monsters Inc. that is dating Mike Wazowski.
Celia.
Yes.
Yeah,
Celia.
her hair. That's the image
Yeah,
always in my
It's
head.
just I'll give you, because you've seen it before, right? They're like ochre, green, yellowy, sort of teal yellow.
Have you named them?
You don't know that.
That's why I'm asking.
It's a conversation
I'm
for
telling
later.
you.
You're asleep. As long as they're not
So-
children heads, we're good.
Kallias, I could be persuaded either way. If this is an intimidation to kind of like, this is my territory, don't come here. Is it persuasion to kind of do the same thing, the same message across, but maybe not more of a to try to tell this being across that you don't want to mess with us and for your own good, or something else? What, like, are you trying to do anything along those lines? I just want to discern what your
Yeah.
goal is.
I think this is something closer to what I have learned, in the lines of, these are our grounds. Be wary of your next steps.
Okay. Then I would ask you to roll me a persuasion. And I'll
That's
say
it.
with advantage.
Okay. Well, didn't need it because that's a 23.
Okay. You kind of stand up and you can stop me if I'm wrong, but maybe with the hood off, you feel a little more present, centered. And so Kallias, they stand a little taller, and they have a gravitas and this being across the way that you really can't make out super well seems to respond, and it slinks away. Eyes, as it slinks away, stay on you though until they seem to seemingly disappear behind a rock.
Not bad, bro. Sorry.
Oh shit, this is yours? Okay, sorry.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
My fault.
Might be. Once the eyes have faded from view, let me see what I have in my bag. I will fumble with a little piece of a day's rations, and I've never done this before, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and maybe feed some rations to a few of these
Okay.
snakes.
Okay.
I genuinely.
Yeah. That's left field for me too.
Do they have stomachs?
How do they poop?
Are they pooping into you?
It's their brain food.
Are they when they poop? Is it going through your poop, your mouth?
Listen. I am just as intrigued as Kallias is here. Have no idea what's coming next. The gist of it all is I'd just like to be a little. I'd like to acknowledge them in some way, in whatever way that takes, for a moment before I put the hood back on.
Alright. Roll me an animal handling check with advantage, because they are part of you.
Great.
Good.
Okay.
How are you going to handle yourself?
Handle your
Gently.
snake.
That would be a 14.
14. There's a little piece of jerky. Break it off, and you go to feed, and they respond to it, but it's not necessarily a hunger, but a curiosity. The few that have their eyes open, because some don't, they're still in that sort of, they haven't shed to that
Puppy
point
snakes.
yet. Yeah, they're puppy snakes. They're little ones. But the ones who have and are a little more mature respond, but it's almost like a second mind in your head that is, because you're curious about what's going to happen, and therefore they respond. And with a tandem curiosity. But they do not eat the jerky.
I'll eat what they don't. And then I'll just sort of like give a couple of the more alert ones a little nuzzle.
They respond. The affection. Again, it's very similar to like it's a feedback loop with yourself, where you want to show affection, so they then return it in a way. But it is not. What's the word I'm looking for? Independent.
Right. Great. Even with that, I think I'll just whisper in primordial. Sorry. And I will put the hood back on for the rest of my watch.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
The 3 hours pass, or I guess we're doing 2-hour watches. Ryujin, roll me a perception check.
That is a 15.
15?
Yes.
Alrighty then. With the 15, you scan. The clouds are the same as they were the night before. Just take in the view. It's quiet. There's no lightning on your watch. And you also hear some movement. First you hear almost like something in the water. You look around, you don't see anything. Maybe it was a fish coming up to try to grab a bug. A moment passes, you hear more water rustling, you turn around, and you see this figure swimming across the water with glowing green eyes. They're not trained on you, but this figure is swimming. You see it look towards camp, continue forward. The river is running decently swift, so it's seemingly struggling with getting across, but it is slowly making its way across and will be across relatively soon.
Towards the camp?
Towards camp, yes.
Gotcha. I'm gonna wake these people up.
Oh. Okay. You quickly shake everybody awake and point out this figure who at this point
What?
has
Jesus.
now made it across.
I do not like to be awoken. I am awoken, not a
But
fool.
look,
Ryujin.
for a moment, please. There is something in front of us here.
As you all turn your heads to look, you hear a shuffle of these the shuffling of a creature move towards you. And first thing you see are these glowing green eyes. As it steps through, you see that male lion, skinned, as you guys did,
Ugh.
with glowing green eyes.
Oh,
Oh no.
That's so disgusting.
Roll initiative.
Oh, fuck.
oh
me. Whoa.
God.
Okay.
Oh, we are in a nightmare.
Put
So it is
this
dark,
monstrosity out of its misery.
and there is an undead, cursed lion staring at you.
Holy
This is not it. Whatever we woke up, I'm glad that we seem to be deemed appropriate to not be vaporized by it, but whatever we woke up or summoned to us by beginning this fucking Mobio ritual is not good news. This is not good.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Really? I've been enjoying it so far.
I mean, well, okay, other side of the coin, if we all want to be liches, this is a great route.
This is
Great
sick.
route.
All right. Who got above a 20?
Me.
Right, Ryujin.
Good shit,
Oh, he's
every
doing it.
time.
Thank you, Ryujin,
Yeah.
for
What is it?
rolling
So 22.
22.
Ryujin is the most capable.
out of all of
All right,
us.
Out of
who
all
got
of us.
20 to 15?
17.
17? Okay. All right. All right. And then 15 to 10?
Jawohl. That'll be an 11.
An 11. All right.
Jawohl.
And then Lilith and Leonidas.
Damn it.
I got a 4.
I got a 6.
Wow.
And once again, Leonidas holds the back end strong.
Yeah, you know what? Leonidas is great because the healer should go last, right? Oh.
For sure.
Oh,
Oh,
the
wait.
tank.
Oh, wait. The tank goes last.
It goes last.
Okay, so this seeming aggressive, zombified, undead, you're not quite sure, lion, or what's left of it, is aggressive. You get the jump on it, however, Ryujin. What do? It is about 30 feet away from you, dead ahead.
I'm gonna go in for an attack, but before I do, I'm using the Kanabo, and I because I really want to use Shillelagh or whatever it is.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna attack.
Okay, remind me what Shillelagh does again.
So the wood of a club or quarterstaff you are holding is imbued with nature's power. For the duration, you can use your spell casting ability instead of strength for that attack, and damage rolls of melee attacks using that weapon and the weapon's damage die become a D8. Oh, it's already a D8.
But you get the +1, which is cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. So with Shillelagh, as you kind of run your hands across Logan's Kanabo, and the metal studs that are placed throughout it start to pop off as these vine and branches like basically get rid of the metal that's within this item and replace it with this like scary looking spiked Kanabo of just thorns. And yeah, you got that now.
All right.
Is it a bonus action to cast Shillelagh?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's a good spell. That's a good low level spell. People sleep on it.
Yeah.
Druids are good.
You think it's knows how to pronounce it? So
They're a little scared, like I don't know.
All right. Oh, I guess I have to roll for the attack.
I forget that sometimes too. It's okay.
Does a 15 hit?
That's gonna hit.
Amazing. D8.
Maybe I'll
Oh.
change.
It's an 8. And
8.
+1.
Yep, an 8 plus 1. So what? 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you swing and you hit it. However, as you make a connection with this being, you see the eyes flash in this arc of green electricity static shoots across and will try to make impact with you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 3 points of lightning damage as you connect, but you do that. What? 9 hit points, correct?
What'd you say?
9.
Oh,
you
yeah,
did 9
yeah.
points damage. Okay. Well, you connect. You hit a lot harder than it does, but it just has like a reaction. The spark of from the impact. This spark shoots out and hits you. So, all right, at the end of your turn, Ryujin?
Yes.
Hey, awesome. Ember, your turn.
Okay, I will cast, as my bonus action, I'll cast Hex on the lion I can see. I would then like to hold my action. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to have disadvantage on strength ability checks. And then I will hold Eldritch Blast for what if I see another lion approach.
All right. So you're holding your
I'm ready
action.
for the second one.
Okay. Yep, you're holding your action. Love it. Now we go to the cursed lion. It is going to do a pounce attack. Actually can't do pounce because you're engaged with it. So it's just going to do a claw attack on you. Oh, I'm sorry, no, bite attack. Bite attack on you. We're doing bites. Another 19. So that
Definitely
hits. All right, cool. Cuckoo Kachoo. All right, that's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage. And could you, Ryujin, roll me a d6?
Yes. Two.
2? All right.
Yes.
Ember, as it connects and makes contact with Ryujin, another one of those green arc bolts shoots towards you and does a 17 beat your armor class. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You take 2 points of lightning damage as it just kind of wings your shoulder, and you just get nice impact from it. All right, that is the end of the cursed lion's turn. So now, Kallias, it's yours.
With the quiet wrath of a broken understanding, I'm going to just rear my hands back and flail forth, letting loose that chaotic, mindless magic and cast Chaos Bolt
Hell yeah.
as best I can.
I love this spell. It's so fun. All right, roll attack.
That's a dirty 20.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be first is a 7, second D8 is a 2 7s, and 6 is a 5, so that's 14. That's 19 points of psychic damage.
19. Wow. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Yeah. You see this the green in this lion's eyes flicker for a moment, and it regains its composure, and as a reaction, its actual reaction, because the other bolts are just effects. This is the reaction. It darts its eyes towards you with a strange intelligence to them, and fires a bolt at you. You see this bolt. It is going like a true shot, right on the money. However, as it gets about a meter away from you, some sort of energy shoots out of your bag and deflects it.
Whoa.
It's the thing.
It's the fucking thing.
The one thing.
Okay.
The
That
what?
is at the end of your turn, Kallias.
Can I find what it was in my bag for my bonus action?
I'll say you can start. You look in your bag. Your bag's relatively empty, I think. It has some gears, some stuff, and it has that little piece of glass.
I'm
Probably
gonna
the gear.
hold the hell onto it.
Yeah.
Power of Christ compels you.
All right. So now we go to Lilith. Your turn.
Is the lion being flanked by Ryujin?
You could get to it to where yes, it is being flanked.
Okay, I'll do that and then stab it with my dagger.
Okay. You kind
And
of
by dagger, I mean rapier.
Yeah, you kite around and you get a nice kitty corner angle on it. You thrust, roll attack,
A 9.
a 9. So it makes impact, but you get just a bit of flesh, and you actually end up just skewering a bit of flesh that was hanging off of the
Nice.
the flank of the lion. Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, I'm going to bonus action disengage, and I want to taunt the lion toward me because I want it to get out of combat with Ryujin to provoke an opportunity attack.
Wow.
Okay. You taunt away. You're not gonna roll anything because you used your actions, but you. Woohoo, lion boy!
Meow.
All right. Speaking of lion boys, Leonidas.
It's Leonid. Can I with these boots that I got, can I jump in the air and then attack? Is that how they work? I'm confused a little bit how they work.
So jumping in D&D, it works off of what technically what your modifier is. So your strength modifier, I believe.
My jump is 3 feet plus strength modifier with a running start, and from standing it's half that base.
So it's plus. Oh.
It's
3 plus your
strength. I believe strength modifier.
Oh, then it's and then I triple that with.
Then
these
you can
things?
triple that with those boots.
So I'd like to jump 12 feet in the air.
Holy fuck.
Wait, no,
Like
no.
Air
Wait,
Jordan.
wait.
No, I'm sorry.
What's your,
eight,
what's
eight
your strength modifier?
plus 3.
Plus 3. 6, yeah, 18 feet.
18
That's
feet,
with
my
a
bad.
with a running start of 10 feet.
I'll run, because I'm back. I can't bend into it. I don't know. And I'll run and I'll jump in the air, and then I will slice down with my sword. Do I get
Okay.
advantage? No.
You know what? For flavor, I'm gonna say yes.
That's good, because I roll like...
18-foot yeets, just like a.
Yeah, it'd be funny though, as the first time that he used it, it would have been funny if he just completely overjumped it and like falls in the river.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh
you, ladies
shit.
and gentlemen.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Roll damage and add a full damage die.
Okay.
See you in the next life, Lion. Come back for round 3.
This time,
poor
he will
lion.
just be a skeleton.
Write that down.
And then a ghost.
That's 21 points of damage.
Holy ass.
Whoa.
All right, give me a second.
At level 2?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
double the dice, and then it's... And I get to
You-
re-roll on 1s and 2s with these dice, so they're amazing.
That's incredible.
Leonidas, it's all yours.
You just smush it.
I want
What weapon do you use?
Oh, I'm sorry. You do
Krew,
connect.
no!
Oh no, we
Krew
lost
disappeared
Krew.
again.
Krew,
Alright.
where'd you go?
Hey, buddy.
Comes back looking so sad. Oh no.
You do make a connect with it.
I'm not gonna switch this. People know who we are.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll switch in a sec. No, I'm gonna go up, and I wanna just like almost hot knife butter through its body. So it's just
absolutely.
Mhm.
You just its body was only being held together by this curse, whatever. You're not really quite sure, but you just and the brittle bones that had been sitting and baking in the hot sun just and then it just stands there. But the last thing it gets off, because it is whenever it takes damage, it as a reaction, like a ability, it shoots. Does a 16 beat?
Can I use my reaction to throw the piece of lightning at Leonidas?
Even that's technically like an attack. It's not a reaction, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yes. I love the idea, but it's because it's just the
I'm
economy
with you,
of
I'm
it.
with you.
Yeah. So does a 16 beat armor class?
It ties it. So yes.
So it hits. So you're gonna take a d6, 6 points of lightning damage as you connect with it. The light, this green lightning, uses your sword as a conductor, and you kind of, but like you like force your way through it, and you just, no matter, even with that bolt, the jolt of lightning, you just cleave it in twain, and it opens up like a pita pit.
Well, that went well.
Just holding on to this little fragment. We are worthy.
But of what?
Whatever this is. Ryujin, you said you saw lightning strike somewhere down towards where we are going, yes? Oh no,
I thought
it was the lions.
You're very close to it. I mean, it probably, you'd have to backtrack maybe a mile or two.
Oh yeah.
When we passed by, was there a crater?
It was an arc of
It was
glass.
a crater, and the different shape, but the crystallized or the liquefied and frozen sand from the
We
lightning
have
bolt.
to go back and get more.
Yeah, let's go back and get that.
We have to get it.
Can I keep sleeping? I'm very tired. It's been a
Fine.
long day.
We were allowed to, but then you don't get lightning.
I will go. I'd like lightning.
I will also go.
I will stay here with the camp. If you all will just get us some, and that way we don't have to break down the camp. Sound good?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Be safe. Scream if you need it.
Bring extras if possible.
If we can, we should bring the whole chunk.
Yeah.
Who knows what we can carve it into?
All right, so
This
the people-
episode should be called The Whole Chunk.
No, it should be called lemons and heat.
No,
it's-
Mr. Bungman.
Yeah,
Mr. Bungman.
Mr. Bungman.
We got so close to getting away from that. We were this close.
It'll come back.
Damn it, Drew.
It's the word bung. I'm never letting it go.
Oh,
And you know what? We're using it correctly. So here I am. So the group who's staying behind asleep, you guys will receive your long rest. However, the group who are going will not. Just to be clear. And roll me in the three of you. Actually, you did get some sleep, so don't make you do this. So, but if it continues, it'll change. So, the two who stayed, you can get your long rest. And the three who go, I'll fast forward. You go the couple miles, get back there. This one is not a huge piece. Like it's a little, about half the size as the other one, but that's still like a few feet, like a couple feet of glass. What do you?
Does it have the branches still?
Mm-hmm. It has quite a few branches.
I think we should break off each of the branches separately, carry them as one unit, and then try and carry the main chunk as a separate one. If you were hunting a creature with antlers, you would want to take off the ornaments before you carry the bulk back to your village, yes? No, maybe not. I don't. I mean, I thought that's how.
I
we had to-
would.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, Kallias, I
Okay.
would agree.
So you guys very quickly start breaking off the pieces, and it has that itchy feeling as it touches your skin or paws. And you get, I would say, a bundle of. So the little piece you have is about a few inches in length, maybe like 4 inches, Kallias, and you get a bundle about, not including that one, about 20 of those like 4-inch pieces, and then the kind of naked stalk trunk of the glass can be picked up and not be the most cumbersome thing in the world. Who's carrying it?
I'll
I can
carry it.
carry it.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's fine. You can carry it.
yes.
Okay. Just roll me a strength saving throw.
12.
Yeah, that's good enough. So you pick it up, and it's pretty heavy. It's a good few stone. And you sling it, kind of have it over your shoulder, and kind of rest your arm on it to counterbalance it. And you guys head back with your. So I would say you have a bundle of 20. Let's call them necromantic shards, just to give it a title. Since you guys have kind of pieced together their magic. That's not the real thing, what I call them in my head, but you learn as you play the game. And then you have the trunk, one necromantic trunk. Or core. I'll say core, that's a better word for it. It's more fun.
We should make a bung out of one of these pieces of necromantic glass so that we have a necromantic bung.
Bung.
Thank God. You guys get back to camp, and you look around. The lion, it didn't happen immediately, but the carcass of the twice baked lion is now turned to a similar, not the exact same, but a similar ash as you saw before. It's a slightly different color and a different texture, much more flaky than like a fine sand or powder. It's more flaky.
Is everybody awake or are people asleep?
Because I
yeah,
only need 4 hours.
Yeah, so everybody's awake.
Wait, so do I.
Oh, so you have a long rest, Kallias.
Wait, how many do I need?
You need a full rest.
So-
That's a
It's an elfy thing.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Can I have a short rest?
Yeah, you'd have a short rest
Because I didn't.
you
go.
hung for an hour, so yeah, hypothetically yes.
What?
You can have. I'll allow you a short rest
Okay,
if that's what you want. Yeah. All right. So you guys
We
continue.
each get one of these little chopstick things.
Yes,
Yes, I would rather like one.
I think that is probably prudent.
Well, I'll take one.
I'll give one to Cora as well. Give her a note.
Thank you. And she just gives you a nice nod. So you all have your own necromantic shard. All right. Who is rolling for the weather today?
I'll do it.
All right.
6.
Okay.
Oh,
think
that's
that's
what
the
that is.
That is the same as. Yeah, so the clouds are just thicker. And the heat stays away. You guys travel for the rest of the day. As you continue forward, you get to where it kind of opens up and you see the road that leads to. That would lead to Niboo and the walls of Upper Camden. And you see that the clouds have spread out. However, the walls of Upper Camden, there seems to be some sort of a natural barrier, a where the sky above Camden Mesa is clear. Clouds have not encroached within Camden Mesa.
What is
But
this
they-
place?
But they have completely surrounded it.
Well, if this is to do with that king and their heirs, wasn't the founder of this city one of their heirs? And aren't they all descended from this sky city, Mobio? That's what
You're
the play
saying-
said.
Yeah.
Maybe this city is like warded or something.
It has something to do with them, given that it was his name that got us into the temple in the first place.
Huh.
These dots are not connected, the lines are separate, but
Let's get into town and see if anybody else is talking about what's going on.
yes.
You guys make your way down, get to the gates. The gates, usually being open, are now closed. And there are a group of Camden Mesa guards out up front. They see you approach, and this one individual steps up, a human woman, and stop. What's your business?
We're just returning.
Well,
Returning from where?
A quick trip. Is there something wrong?
The city is under extra security due to the, and looks up towards the sky, incremental weather until it is understood fully.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Inclement weather.
Whatever.
Or incremental.
I
It's
say-
getting worse
It is
incrementally.
incremental.
It's slowly getting worse, so
yes.
we're both.
I say, I don't know what you're talking about. The weather is fine.
I was going to mention that. Do you all know anything that's happening with that? We were on our way here and saw this, and then obviously we haven't seen clouds do that before here, considering we've spent a considerable amount of time here. These fine folk have an establishment here.
Yes. Roll me a charisma saving throw to charm them into talking to you, because they're on the job. You're citizens. Maybe they're not allowed to talk to you, but let's see how well you charm them.
18.
Ooh, daddy.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cocked. All right. You say that, and this guard steps forward, and under her, like, kind of in a lower voice, it's unknown, but last night there were a number of lightning strikes down by Camden Wharf, and we have not received any word or visitors from that town since. So as a precaution, the Doge and the sheriff have ordered extra security in Upper and Lower Camden. Why is Doge so goddamn funny?
Why did you name it? Why did you name it that?
Doge.
Because
It's from Venice, huh?
the Doge
Yeah,
of
the
Venice
Doge of Venice.
was an elected official of the
Yeah,
Republic
yeah.
of Venice.
Well, here's the thing that Doge of Venice didn't know. That word was going to become an insane meme in like 2016. And we live in a post-Doge world. Okay.
no, this is the bet I've made, and I'm
Doge
sleeping
world.
in it. I'm sleeping
That's
in
the name of the episode. A post-Doge world.
Post-Doge. You know what? I actually, yes.
I'm okay with that.
That's
Tie
it.
that in a bow. I don't even care.
Okay.
To,
Just-
to
I-
a- as to my actual response.
Uh,
So the lightning strikes really did seem to strike a chord that it didn't seem like normal. Because lightning strikes quite often. But there was clearly something wrong with it.
Yes. Looks kind of back towards the. She alone has approached you. The other guards are just kind of hanging back at the wall, like leaning, watching, but a distance away. And a little bit lower. the lightning just struck the same place over and over again. Well, relative place. And there's rumors that the dead are rising.
Where in the wolf did strike?
Apparently, everywhere we've had a few people come and claim, oh, the dogs are barking. Oh God, somebody's at the door. Zoe. Apparently they are. The dead are rising, and Camden Wharf is under lockdown.
Give me and friends moment.
Yes, and you are free to enter. I apologize for keeping you held up. We were just doing our due diligence.
Please, absolutely.
Yes.
And what was your name, ma'am?
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
What a name.
Thank you.
Yes, private Cynthia.
Darling, you can be whatever you want. Public, private, it's up to you.
Funny joke. I'm gonna return to my job now before people ask questions.
What is your job?
Standing guard. I'm whispering to you while my commanding officer is watching, and I don't want to seem suspicious.
I'm not very
I'm
good
going
at
to walk
whispering.
away.
So that's why you're private right now.
Okay, I'm going to walk away now. And she turns around.
Bye, Cynthia.
As we start walking into Camden Town, as we start
What a
walking
great
in,
name.
I have such intricate, strange memories. Anyway, as you start walking in, I want to gather you all as close as I can. This lightning is striking places where we have killed things.
Oh.
How?
No, but there wasn't any strike
Oh.
here because the Leonidas murdered a man in the pub.
Maybe where we have
the
killed more than
city-
one thing. That
the
whole
city is warded.
Wait, how can it be
Ah.
that connected to us? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. We are the worthy ones. We got the tablet out of the tomb, and then this all started. Striking the Longhorns, and then the Lions, and now the Wharf where we killed all those people before.
I don't know if I've ever said this in my life, but maybe we should stop killing people.
We have to go deal with it. We are the ones that have these little protections. We are the worthy ones.
But what if we keep killing people?
Maybe it is a test.
Or the worthy? I thought we
Indeed.
were already worthy.
Yes, same here.
And yet we are not on this city. We have not been given any visions or some such further progress. We need to get this tablet back to the rest. And we need to deal with what we have opened.
I don't know.
Shall we, assuming that it's some zombies walking around Camden Wharf, most likely they can handle it. Perhaps if we figure out the tablets, we go to the tomb and complete whatever this is, perhaps then it might come to a conclusion.
If the wolves last, yes.
I simply think that if we are fighting at the leaves, we will not be able to uproot the tree. I'm not entirely sure where I was going with that.
No, I liked that one. Woody liked that one.
Thanks, Woody.
Regardless, I think we need to go back to the warehouse and plug in that tablet, and then I think we'll know what needs to happen next.
Like a hard
I
drive.
do find it.
Yeah.
I start whispering. I do find it suspicious that the Doge was so quick to close the city. Like they knew that the city was warded or knew what was coming. I don't know. I find it suspicious.
You think the Doge plays?
I'm sorry. What?
Leonidas.
And Dan just went to his own realm, and it's beautiful. What a beautiful
Right,
mind.
let's go.
You have a vision
Okay.
of the city.
It's like he just had a that's so Raven with the vision.
I think in my mind I heard, "Do you hear the Doge plays?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I say we like high key speed walk it back
Okay.
to the warehouse.
All right, you guys hot foot it. You make your
Mom,
way.
walk.
Yeah.
As you're going, you hear the one thing I've noted that you guys all hear because there's town criers out, and they are yelling. Why are we? Oh, because we're all doing the wiggle.
No.
The wiggle. It's the D&D. What's next? Wiggle.
This is a speed walk. This is what you
Yeah,
look like when you're. It's the gyroscopic head and just the hips.
We're all just chickens. Oh my gosh.
Wow. This is what it's devolved into.
The town crier cries, "Citizens of Camden Mesa, stay in your homes. Continue your business as usual, but any unnecessary travel must be limited. As to the Doge." I hate you guys.
You
named it. Doge Macoy
You
wishes
did
all of
this.
his citizens to stay inside.
Bring it back.
Stay safe.
Wait, run that back. What was his name?
It's Doge McCoy.
I'm spent. I'm done.
No, I'm not even kidding. I did not think Doge McCoy would be this goddamn funny.
I can't do it. I have to go.
Hey, Al.
Just wait till you fucking meet him.
Oh no.
I can't wait to
Is
hear
he
what
a
his
good
voice
boy?
is like.
Oh, you can't wait.
Is he a good
no,
boy?
can I finish?
Hello, Father.
Doge McCoy.
I'm gonna finish real quick. The last thing. The Doge has received word that help is coming from the necromancers and clerics from Revan. Stay within the city walls until then. And they just repeat those sentences. You guys make it back to the warehouse after having a good chuckle about the name of the ruler of this great city. And you guys arrive to the warehouse. Very quickly, Cora looks to you, Kallias. May I see the tablets, or would you help me with it?
Yes.
Yes. You get to start to work, and the two tablets are laying there, and they're just pushed up against each other. But the minute you take out this third tablet, there's a energy that starts to pulse from each tablet, almost like a boom, 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 boom. And as that speeds up and you bring it closer, they all just fuse together. And very slowly, this light begins to bring out the text that they had been able to decipher. And Cora, where's my mouse? Cora reads aloud the final thing. The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. I'm kidding.
There you go. That's
This is
The first sentence. With these 3 seals, a chain to Mobiux, however you say it, will crumble. That is the first sentence. So you are correct. Mobiux is one of the missing words.
two of them, in fact.
the next sentence, which is the last one that has missing. The scions of the heirs will protect those unworthy of Mobiux. And then you already have the last one, which is present the seals to the throne and recede the sands of time.
Scions of the heirs will protect those unworthy?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a mistype for me. It's worthy of Mobiux.
Start
I
over.
read that and I'm like,
beginning
that's not right.
beginning of the session. Everybody go back.
Yeah. Oh,
New
What?
characters.
New characters. We're done.
I'm up.
One of us should be a
Are we-
healer.
Are we to believe that this Dinocrates was perhaps a scion? And we are now
thought he-
under their protection?
I thought he was an heir.
No, I don't.
No. He
Dinocrates
was a general.
was a
So-
minor part of the play. They were a leader in the army, but they weren't an heir.
I have to say,
Nice.
Kallias, like you don't trust doors, I don't trust many people. So I don't know if we should say that we are under their protection. Even
I
if
don't think we should say any of this to anyone outside of this room,
correct.
because it seems to me that you all were right. We may have caused what is happening, and part of me is not. I would like to see this through, but I am worried about the. It is a word you use. It is a word.
Say it in Draconic.
Repercussions.
Money. Price.
Money.
I'm worried about the price. Because if this is striking and raising the dead where we have laid those to rest, what comes next?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to hopefully answer that, I would like to point out that this doesn't actually give us any sort of location of the tomb.
You say
So
that.
we're still shit out of the luck.
Cora then says, no, there's a map. I know there has to be a map, and like looks at the tablet, and then because it's with them all fused together, it's pretty large. It is a large like drive
Tablet.
Yeah, like very big. She looks to you, Kallias, like, Kallias, help me with this. And you two work together and kind of flip it over to the other side. And now that they are all fused together, it has revealed, and you guys recognize the outline of Armania, the peninsula that is this kingdom. And you see two glowing orbs. One seems to be pulsing. Seems to be on the coast, right where Camden Mesa is. And there's one single orb that's it's almost like a little grain of sand on this etching is glowing. And there's a solid light in the middle of the gleaming wastes. And for Leonidas, you recognize that on a map, and so does Hugh. That is the location of the Moran outpost. That seems to be where you need to go next.
Why do I remember what that is?
That's when you had your one-off, Dan. That's the place with all the pickled cactuses.
Nice. The monks.
And the
and
pool.
the monks
Pool
in
with the
in
guy that thought
pool.
I was weird.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
To his credit.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone thinks you're weird.
Damn, wow. Jeez, Drew. Wow.
is that Ryujin or Drew?
No, Ryujin.
Hey man, we're all friends here.
So do we have to go to this outpost then?
You're telling me I have to go back there.
Is it a bad place?
I just didn't want to go back there.
Well, you won't be alone.
Fair.
I would come bearing gifts. Pat the tablet.
I think the sooner we move, the better.
Wait a second. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Lilith.
No, that was the end of my
Oh,
sentence.
I guess I'm confused, Hugh. I look at Hugh. If that is the place that we need to go, why was what you found and what I was there for not shown up before?
Well,
Why was this not shown up before? I should say.
my first theory is that it's a step along the way, and maybe there'll be. If I were to leave a treasure somewhere, and either wanted somebody I knew to find it, or didn't want somebody to find it, how I could kind of hug that is if they're clever enough to find it, then they deserve it. If they're not, then they won't unlock the puzzle. So I would leave little breadcrumbs. Or we would under our nose the whole time.
Is this like a Mummy Returns situation where the kid has to like be brought to the different places in Egypt to see the next vision of the next place?
I'm not gonna lie. When I wrote at least this beginning of our campaign, I watched Indiana Jones and the Mummy. So I forgot about that plot point, but it's a great theory.
Did you watch the best movie out of all those movies, which is The Scorpion King, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Hell yeah, King.
Absolutely.
It was great. And by that I mean
Best movie.
So I go ahead, Kallias.
I can only speak for myself, but I know very little of this place, this city we are in, and if they are warded and bringing people from a place where you speak to the dead frequently, I am content leaving our mess in the wharf in their hands, if it means we get to the puzzle faster.
Did anyone hear those town criers say, were they bringing the sage from Revan there, or was it just the necromancers?
I heard necromancer.
Yeah.
No sage.
Clerics, I heard?
Yeah, necromancers and clerics.
Okay,
Why?
then they're fine. I was just wondering.
What is a sage?
Do you not have sages where y'all live?
Those who live within the continent or grew up within the continent, you would know what sages are. Kallias, you don't. Sages are individuals of basically the top of their field of whatever school or type of magic that they study. And they as a group run the Circle Academy. I think that's what I named it. No, the Spire Academy. Whoops, I'm getting my threads crossed. The Spire Academy, which is the school, the neutral school of mages out within the Shattered Sea, which is the chain of islands that separates the continent of Cordia to the small subcontinent island, smaller, of Redan.
It wouldn't happen to be a large, imposing tower on an island in a body of water, would it?
It totally is, dude. Come on, why would it not be? It's a mage school.
Yeah,
of course.
Just making sure everyone's on the right road.
Kallias, the sage, yeah, it's just the sage from Revan's a necromancer, and they're the most powerful necromancer, but he should stay in Revan. So I'm glad he's not coming here. But the clerics and the necromancers, I think, is just enough, and they should hold things back. And we should go to the Moran outpost.
I
Yes.
feel as if I'm having trouble. The reason I told Hugh that I would help him was to help find the tablets, and I have done that, or we have done that. And the reason I wanted to come here was to get closer to what I'm looking for and trying to find. And that's why I don't want to go back in the direction I just was.
Didn't you say you wanted to go to Revan? Isn't the Moran outpost like on the way?
Thought it was the other way. Am I wrong?
It's not the other way. It's the Moran outpost is generally west from Camden Mesa, whereas Revan is north, north of the kingdom. Yeah, it's like a northwest direction. They're in two different kingdoms, but
if we are worthy enough to make it to the end of all this. Sorry, actually, let me correct myself. If we are worthy enough to get to the end of all this.
Why is it turned into?
It's like
Ian McKellen.
It's getting closer and closer to like Michael Caine. Actually, is where it's ending up.
When we get to the end of this,
if we get to the end of this. All right, that's okay. I'm gonna run with that for a while.
Great.
Depends on where you learned Draconic.
Yeah. Mine's more Scooby-Doo. Yours is
I
more
like sure.
Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's regional.
Yeah.
If we are worthy enough to get to the end of this, then wouldn't we have the power to find whatever we want?
Well, I just feel like I have enough power to find. Are you saying? Wait, hold on. Are you saying that you think what we find will be more help to find what I want to find?
I'm saying that.
Go.
I have an hunch that what we find will help us do anything.
Right, but wait, hold on.
Now it's just two Michael Caines talking to each
Right,
other.
I kind of want to bring it to Michael Caine because I like it a
fine.
lot.
Also,
I like
also going a little David Attenborough at times.
I'm good with that. This is
Right,
this is
right.
Draconic now.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
Kallias, just speaking you and me.
I'm Ryujin.
You guys realize that you're still in the room with us. We're
Yeah, but
standing in a group.
You
of
can't
people and
understand. You
just-
can't understand what we're saying.
I don't know what you're saying, but please continue to be a part of this conversation.
Oh.
Let me tell you, it's not much.
I look at Ryujin.
That's gonna shut Kallias up, I think, for the time.
Okay, and you know what? That's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
My God.
Just read me like, you know what? It's not that much.
We could also call the session that. This episode could be. It's not that much.
It's not that
The
much.
camera pans up. All right.
Lightning striking.
Hey guys, great. This is great. I had a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us and for watching with us. We are working to make some updates. We are trying to also cultivate some more content for everybody. But thank you for hanging out with us. Please remember to like and subscribe. And before, if I can hold jump one more time, we also have a podcast version of our stream that we release on wherever podcasts can be found. And if you guys could do us a solid, if you have the moment, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts because it's just going to help us out, kind of help spread the word some more. And on that note, also one last thing, please spread the good word about the stream. If you guys are enjoying it, please tell your friends about it if you think we'll enjoy it or if you think they won't enjoy it, because we just want to continue to grow and build this community that is so surprising how much it's already starting to grow and become something really cool. So let's just keep this momentum going, and truly you guys are the best help for us when it comes to that. So
If you like pandas and emotional unions, have we got a stream for you?
Thank you. I think was it Begasaur and Zoltar for the sub.
Yeah.
Zoltar, that's a. I see you. I see you
That's
there.
good.
I
So-
thank you. That's a player of mine, so I appreciate that.
Oh, hell yeah.
wow.
Oh, my boys.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We love you so much, and we will see you, if not earlier, next week.
See you on the other side.
Oh,
Name that
I'm
one
going
again.
to raid a channel.
Yeah, we're gonna raid.
Oh, we're
for
gonna
those of
raid.
you who are
so,
still with
so
us.
anyone who's still here. We'll see
Right.
you next
Hannah's
week.
gonna yeet us into and spread some love. So spread some love. Tell them hi by the bards. I love you all.
Goodbye.
We're going to raid Dimples and Dice.
That's a great name.